We are live. You are here with Southside Collection Sports, episode 8. As always, I'm with Cameron and producer Gareth, and we are joined today by Super Patriots fan Keith and not Super Patriots fan Richard. We have a huge fucking episode. Obviously, the Super Bowl's coming up. We are going to be talking the Super Bowl. We're going to be talking some basketball, GM LeBron mode. Where's Anthony Davis going to be? We are talking a little bit baseball. Well, we're talking Manny Machado and Bryce Harper.
Dabble, just a little dabble.
Yeah, baseball for nerds. And as always, we're going to end with some segments. I think we should just jump right into it. Keith, as a Patriots fan, before we get into the football, I want to ask you some questions about being a Patriots fan. Okay. And mind you, my research is prefaced on Wikipedia in Boston. So I'm just going to shoot them out here. If you don't know, then you're not a real Patriots fan. But that is what it is. All right. Keith, are you a Southie or a Townie?
Well, I'm from Houston.
That sounds south. That sounds south.
Okay, so that kind of just defeats the purpose of the rest of my questions. I'm going to ask him anyway, and as a Patriots fan, you answer the best way you can. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Okay, so Southie or Townie?
Southie. It's Houston. It's way south.
I'll let you pick which one you'd want to be from if you were from Boston. Or Connecticut, wherever. I guess wherever you English.
Yeah, I'd probably be a Southie. Townie don't sound my style.
Okay. I don't know the difference. When I Googled it, that's what
I actually had to call. I called my stepdad because he's from Boston. He didn't answer, so I tried to figure it out because I knew none of us was going to know what that meant.
Right. Yeah. Only reason I know is because I watch a lot of Boston movies, so I know that's the thing. Southie or Townie.
Southie's really like the hood, the grimy area.
Okay.
Townie really seems like uptown.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, but from what I understand, Southie is like it's the gutter. It's where the real
Bostonites are.
Yeah.
The real racism lies.
It's the
Just kidding,
predominantly Irish section of Boston.
So it's definitely
That's
racist.
the Southie?
Yeah,
Okay.
so like if you've seen the Whitey Bulger movie, it's
Well,
like
I don't imagine
all the
they
areas.
too much care for me.
No.
Up in, down
They
the
probably
South.
yeah. So
Because I mean, long hair, Mexican, Hispanic.
Super Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely super
Wait,
Boston.
all right,
right?
okay. Wait.
I've been to
Yeah.
Boston, and I
You
can
assume.
let you know I've only seen white people.
Yeah, that's
the only
exactly
thing
what
I've
it is.
seen.
Up
So
there.
yeah. So okay, Keith.
So I
then
fit in.
Let me ask you then, if you're not from Boston, mind you, you two know him, right?
Yes.
Producer Gareth.
We
and
went
Cam.
I went to middle school with.
Yeah, we
Okay.
went to middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never met you.
Yeah.
Joe, just ask the questions.
Yeah.
Bro. Come on.
Okay.
Pussyfooting around
So
this.
how do you find yourself a Patriots fan before we move on to the next questions? Being from Houston.
2004. Janet Jackson's titty popped out.
Great year. Okay. That's actually the
Justin
reason.
Timberlake, yes.
In
I
Houston.
remember.
In Houston.
No, actually, the if I'm correct, because I was going back and forth. The damn years were mixing me up, but it was either Jacksonville in 2004 because 2005 was that the Eagles in Houston.
No, it was
No, it was
Houston.
Eagles.
If it was Janet Jackson,
That was
in
that was
Houston?
in Houston.
The
See,
one-
Yeah.
those fucking years were
The one they
hazy.
played
Yeah.
in Houston was
It's a long time ago.
Yeah,
against the
exactly.
Panthers.
So, but regardless, I seen the scene.
you saw the nipple.
Yeah, I saw a titty, and I was
Patriots
like,
fan.
and then plus I seen the past few years they were having their little runs and shit like that. And I wasn't really into football back then. I was kind of like just learning who the hell I was. And then I got my size, bigger dude. Well, I'm gonna play football. So then saw the titty, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, and here we are.
I love how I was like I saw the tit.
That's how it was. And
Yeah.
after that, the following year, if I'm not wrong, was the versus the Eagles. And so like
I think-
I just kind of distinctly remember, okay, yep. And then I was like, yeah, the Eagles game. Like I've gotta watch this.
Right.
I'm a newfound Eagles fan.
Yeah.
So like that's when it really sunk in my brain. Like has sunk in my brain like that memory.
Okay.
So Janet Jackson's titty pops out. I didn't have an iPhone yet, so rest assured that was like I guess that was 95 plus 4. I was 10.
Yeah, that
10.
was actually
That's when
a
I
lot
first
simpler
started-
than you
I
made
I
it.
first started jerking off.
95
Yeah.
to 2005.
Yeah. I didn't have an iPhone yet, so that's probably what I.
No
beat
one
up to
did. They
that
didn't
night.
exist.
Oh yeah, 05.
No, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
shit. You were lucky to fucking have a damn flip
Mm-hmm.
phone
What I remember about that is
with
what
color because
was-
remember it was blue. It was green and black,
yeah.
and then it was blue. So
Yeah, so like what I remember about that was watching the game with my dad, and he doesn't care about football really. You know, he gambles on football, but he doesn't really care about it. I remember watching, and I'm 12 or 11, and nipple comes out, and my dad just points at the TV and just, tit! Just screamed tit.
I had a kid's boner when that thing came out. So.
I didn't know what to do with myself, honestly.
You were 11. You were already pubescent at the time.
I was in like 6th grade. I was just like, whoa. I was shocked. And I was with my whole family. What am I supposed to say? Like, whoa.
I got a boner.
Mom, I've never seen one of those before.
Mom, I'm hard.
What's going on down here?
Yeah.
So, okay.
04, and then, excuse me, I
It's
believe 04 we were in 4th grade, because I remember 9/11 was I was in 3rd grade.
I was in 3rd grade, so 5th grade.
So yeah, the following year, 2000, like 3 years later. So yeah,
so
5th
like
grade,
5th or 6th
6th
grade, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 25.
I'm 26, 27,
Okay.
27 this year.
Okay. So yeah, I was, I don't know, I guess if you were 11, I was
You were
8,
like 12. You were
9.
like, yeah.
A while away.
Yeah.
like that.
You have
All
no
right.
idea.
Besides the point that now that I know that
Yeah.
how you
I actually-
The
I-
life-changing moment. The
I actually
life-changing moment.
respect the reasoning behind it a lot more now that I know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say if you're just a Patriots fan because you're like
Yeah.
how Golden State fans now are
Yeah.
now. You saw a titty that spurned your patriotism. I'm down.
There's
with
no
that.
excuse to be a Golden State
That's
Warriors
why
fan.
people enlist in the military. They see a titty. I'm down to go fight.
He's in the military.
I can say for one that is exactly not the reason I joined
Okay.
the military.
If I would ever join the military, it's because I just saw James Jackson's titty.
Do yourself a gigantic favor. Don't ever fucking do it. Biggest waste of time.
Okay.
I'm counting down the days until my contract is up. Don't you ever fucking do that in
Hey,
your life.
we support the troops though.
Yeah, support the troops. but-
Support.
Yeah, we
Fuck
should
yeah.
definitely we support the troops.
All
But,
Hey.
All right.
but the reason, like, my Patriot disliking wasn't even from bandwagon fans or anything like that. But with most of the people would use that as in they're winning. My stepdad, like I said, is from Boston, and he doesn't care about
You hate your
sports at
stepdad.
all. No, he's cool. I like him.
Okay.
He doesn't really even care about sports. He's like that guy that doesn't care about it until like the playoffs or like the championship happens.
My dad.
Yeah, that's my stepdad. So he's from Boston, and I remember the first Super Bowl. I didn't even really care about sports that much, but he talked so much about it that I was like, for the love of God, I hope the Rams win. And the Rams lost on that field goal, and I was like almost in tears as a little kid because I'm like, I hate the Patriots. So every Super Bowl at that point was like, I hate them because of my stepdad made me hate them before it was even cool to hate them.
So you hated the fact that like how every childhood goes, like, you know, your dad dunks on you and shits on you in all these sports as a child. You're like, I don't want his team to win. I don't even care where they're fucking at. I hope his team loses.
Yes, that's where it started. Before they were even good.
I respect that.
It's
It's like I bet like cavemen back in the day, their children were like, I hope he doesn't kill this mammoth, even though I know it's gonna feed me. Fuck that. I don't want him to have the satisfaction of winning. Fuck that mammoth.
That's a good analogy, but that's fucking weird that you said that.
All right, Keith. Next. Well, I guess anyone's up to answer this because now that I know that you're not from the New England area, my next question was, how good is my accent? I'm gonna rattle off some Boston, some lines from The Departed. Tell me how good it is. Okay, ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Are you an FBI informant?
That's
Are you
good.
talking to the cops?
Voice actor.
That's really good, actually.
Voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
My whole Boston background is I've watched The Departed in the town.
You've been practicing because I've heard you do a Boston accent before. It was terrible.
You're
And
an
that
FBI
one,
informant.
that's a lot better.
Fenway Park.
Yeah, that's good.
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Mark Wahlberg leaves the Super Bowl early.
true.
Tom Brady kisses his kid on the mouth. The mouth.
Tell your mom I
Also
said hello.
true.
How about
Also
the
true.
N-word?
No,
Okay, that leads me to my next question.
Dude.
Pretty good at that.
That leads me to my next question.
No, they really are.
I think they invented it.
do we have a beep? Do we have a beep? Even though he didn't say it. Like, that's close enough, right?
That's
Close enough,
can you clip that so that's it's gonna be in our intro for the
Oh
next
no!
episode.
All I'm gonna do is clip in someone actually saying the word in a very Boston accent.
Just
All
It'll be
right.
the edit job of the century.
look at our military at work right now.
So this leads me to my next question, which I guess you also can't answer. Is Boston really racist?
Oh, they definitely are.
We just figured, yep.
No, they definitely are.
Being
I've heard, just watching TV, I've heard, you hear every now and then you'll pick up on those background yellers. You know, that the mic will pick up something that you really weren't supposed to hear. Yeah, man, they'll be screaming, slandering people. The opposite team gets slandered all the time going back into the tunnel. I've seen it, and I've heard it. It's been a topic.
Baseball over at Fenway. How many other teams can how many teams do you know of that can say that players have protested about playing out there because of the shit that they hear?
Oh, Camden Yards, the police shit that happened last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah, like it's bad over there. I don't know any other team or any other baseball park in the nation that has that issue other than Boston.
Ooh, hot take. Is that why fan attendance is low to baseball games now?
Fan attendance?
Is it just racism?
No, it's
No.
just
I did
because
not
their
realize
teams
that was
suck.
what he said.
I didn't know what he said either.
Fan attendance?
Fan attendance.
What'd I say?
I don't know.
It was fan attendance, but it didn't sound like it.
Eat a
this
dick.
time.
Okay, so now that I know that all of my Boston-based questions can't be asked or answered, I'm just going to ask them really fast.
Hold on, I have one. Baked beans. What's your
All right.
what's your stance?
I'm going to ask them very fast just so you know what I was going to ask you if you happen to be from Boston.
Joey's pussyfooting around these questions so hard instead of just asking them.
All right. Is Dunkin' Donuts really better than Starbucks? I read somewhere that Dunkin' Donuts is a big fan favorite in Boston.
It is. It's a sponsorship for the Patriots. And if not, the Gillette Stadium, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, Dunkin' Donuts is overrated. Let's fucking be honest.
we know.
Maybe they've got some bomb-ass coffee.
Yeah.
And, but if you're
I
not
fucking love Dunkin'.
Yeah, the coffee's probably good. But I'm not getting anything or bothering spending an extra change on something off the rack that's probably about 30-40 cents overpriced elsewhere.
I mean, I've been to
A
Dunkin'
mom and pop
Donuts.
shop.
I mean,
way better.
cheaper?
Dunkin' Donuts is in Houston. You can go to Dunkin' Donuts
There's
in
one on
Houston.
Highway 6.
No, but I know.
Right.
But when I googled Boston, I literally googled
No, it's true.
Boston
Oh, yeah.
stuff. It said Dunkin' Donuts is huge in Boston.
Yes, it is.
My
It
brother
actually
went to college up there, and it's literally like I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, where it's at every corner,
White.
Yeah.
just about every
Oh
corner.
no! And it's not Dunkin' Donut. It's not Dunkin' Donuts anymore. It's just Dunkin'.
Dunkin'.
I actually just heard that on
Okay.
Bill
We'll
Burr's
hit up
podcast
Dunkin'.
not the other
What are you?
day.
What are you?
Okay.
What
It's
are
just
you,
Dunkin'.
What are you talking about, guy? I fucking love Dunkin'. Huh?
And I think that sounded more New Yorkish.
I'm close.
But yeah, it was close
Okay.
enough.
How does it feel to be a fan of a team that cheats?
Accusations will be accusations, man.
That's a good answer.
And everybody's got their
It's a good answer.
sum
Well,
up
it's
on
not an
it.
accusation. They caught them videotaping practice and deflating footballs. Go, your answer.
Well, look, man, I can't say much on what the hell they do over there because God knows what the hell's going up in the big office up there.
All right,
For
we're not
every
good. All right,
establishment.
okay.
For
next.
every establishment, not just the NFL.
True.
Hang on. Just for that first part, he misinterpreted the rules.
Yeah. It was a mistake. It just ended up, the camera was just there.
Oh, sorry, guys.
So basically, your answer: if you're not cheating, you're not trying, which I respect.
May I ask who your team is? I'm just curious.
He does.
From
Okay.
H-Town.
Okay, so Houston Texans, I'm assuming. Okay, well,
We don't cheat. We're actually at a disadvantage because we have a stupid ass coach with a dumb ass chin. So if anything, what's the opposite of cheating?
I go back to
Handicap
one word.
or something?
Yeah, we're Special
Losing.
Olympics.
I go
the
back to
whole-
one
the whole
word
sport.
in these situations, and it's unlucky.
I like that. Okay, okay. I'm learning more as we go on. All right, is winning really that great when it happens so often?
Absolutely.
Like every year, you're like, this is like the first year that the Patriots were actually not great.
Because of all of the wins, because of the build-up that all these years of the emotional fucking rides that I've gone through each and every fucking year, each and every win is that much sweeter.
All right, question: what emotional rides? There's no
must be
emotional
nice.
rides.
That was like the must be nice of questions. Really, yeah, winning all the time must be fucking nice.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Next question:
No, go
what
ahead.
emotional rides? Because every single year going to we bitch about football. That's basically what we do every single week. As Texans fans, it sucks. But as any fan of any NFL team, everyone can safely say we will not. There's no one guarantee we can be there next year. But as a Patriots fan, you can wake up the next day after Super Bowl last year, losing to the Eagles, fucking 9-inch Big Dick Nick, lose to him. The next day you wake up, you say, doesn't matter, we'll be there next year.
It certainly wasn't the next day, and it certainly wasn't within the next month that I was thinking we're going to be there because who knows what the hell happens in the offseason. Now, all that being said, the beginning of the season, let's go, let's get these W's. And then it all went downhill for a little bit during the regular season.
For like 2 games.
It was about 3-4 games. We lost 3. Detroit, Titans, and Jacksonville.
Miami.
Oh, and Miami. So that's 4.
Shout out Ryan Tannehill.
yeah. Hey, shout out Gronk being so goddamn fucking
man.
immobile. I
Shout
love
out-
him to death. That is my boy, man. But God, he
Should I
is
take my
only
shirt off,
fucking
ladies?
one path downhill.
Shout out
Because everybody hit
the
him.
greatest
It's beautiful.
coach of all time on a play that they'd have to throw like 80 yards, putting Gronk out there.
Greg Schiano?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
That's
Putting
smart.
Gronk.
If it works.
They replaced. Oh, excuse me.
He looked like he was running on his hands.
They replaced Gronk with or they replaced a DB with Gronk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got hands, bruv.
I mean, Ryan Tannehill was a receiver 10 years ago. Like, he's not going to throw the
I was
ball.
there.
Yeah, I know.
Don't talk down on Ryan
And
Tannehill.
he would have had to throw like 75 yards. I think they were like the 25 or 30 yard line. Like, they're not going to Hail Mary it.
Yeah.
So having Gronk out there really doesn't matter. And honestly, having Gronk out there in general is like risky because he's. I shouldn't say it because I don't think Gronk is really injury prone. Like, he has like these things, but
He's more health prone.
He's
He
not-
might be healthy.
He's not as fast as he was.
Well, he's
5,
not,
7
he's
years
not,
ago.
but
That's what it is. He doesn't have the mobility.
the majority of his career is getting literally hit in the knees
Split in
every single game.
One up top, one on the bottom.
Right, exactly. So I wouldn't say he's really injury prone. He's literally just been hit so many times in one area. Like, I guess that makes you injury prone, but I don't really consider him that. He doesn't even need to play. He could sit all year and come back in the playoffs and I think be fine.
This year is an example of that.
Right, exactly. So it's like, I guess I shouldn't say he's not
that was
injury prone. but-
Aaron Hernandez's plan too.
Well, he didn't
It's called
make
murder
it.
till you
Which brings
get
me
caught.
to a quick point. Rest his soul. Aaron Hernandez, 81, will be represented on the back of the helmets at Super Bowl.
What?
Super Bowl.
Why? Wasn't he like inarguably a shitty person?
Dude, who knows, man?
I thought
guess
that was
what
a
they
meme.
decided
That's
to
like
do.
if the Bears put O.J. Simpson's
I'm
number.
not gonna.
The Bills.
back at-
I ain't even going to talk about
Bills.
a dead man
Bills.
like that,
Bills?
but I will say
The
the
Bills.
honoring
What'd
of
I
him
say?
is pretty
Bears.
damn sweet.
Yeah, I mean that might be the definition of
Wait, he
separating
didn't
the man from his
No.
art. Because fuck it, what he did as a Patriot was great.
Is that
what
true?
He did as Aaron Hernandez, the person. I'll look it up here in a second.
I thought that was Barry McCockiner tweeting that out.
I'm not sure.
See, I told you, dude. It's
I know.
fucking funny to hear his name,
And I trust me, I follow Barry McCockiner.
but it's funny to hear his name in terms of when it's like actually like a conversation happening. Like,
Yeah.
yo, did you see what Barry McCockiner said? Like, I follow him. It's still funny to
That
hear
could
the
totally
name.
be a name. I mean, totally.
Barry McCockiner.
Yeah.
Mike Hunt.
Yeah.
Say it fast.
I know what it sounds
Say
like,
fast.
Joey. No, I don't need to.
All right, next question. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
As a fan of the team, because we're outsiders, so us seeing that this video, we have a different perspective on it. As a fan of the team, is Tom Brady a weirdo for mouth kissing his son?
It's odd.
I like that. It's
But
odd.
like you're a Patriots fan, so you
It's-
watching that, you're like, that's my quarterback. If Deshaun Watson kissed his son in the mouth, be like, that's
What,
kind
in
of.
the end, man, what business is it of ours? It's
He put it on his own Facebook show.
That's his gig, man. That's what he wants. Everybody as a viewer to his Facebook, his Instagram, whatever it be, is just a viewer. They're a literal follower. His, hers, yours, mine, opinion don't matter. And yes,
True.
again, it goes back to it's odd. Who does that? I remember doing that shit when I was fucking 3 years old, and I barely know my father. So
Yeah.
if I had a father figure like Tom Brady,
That dude's like 10 too. He was like a 10-year-old.
and again, back to it's a little odd because of the fucking age, man. That
The
age.
son was like,
that's
I
what
don't
makes
want
it
a
odd. I ain't
dad.
gonna doubt that it's whoa, hey, yo,
Yo,
Tom.
He asked again too. He said,
No, I literally are we sure about this, bro? All right, man.
We're
Send it
right
out.
on
Send
this.
it. Post it. Post
he
it.
did a quick
Post it.
one. I
Post
love
it.
that video though because he did a quick one.
Post it.
And then he was like, "No, come back here and do it like you mean it." I was like, "That's
I've seen
fucking
that
weird."
shit.
Like
No,
that
that's
was fucking weird.
honestly,
I'll give him that one.
I can see like the background of it being like that happens on camera, and the people are like, hey Tom, we're gonna cut this. Like, no, you're keeping it. You're leaving that on there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I've gotten to the point that it's odd. He said it very well. It's odd, but I mean, who's to say like it's his family? They can do whatever they want. I remember there was a big thing when A&M lineman Jokel.
Which one, Luke or
Luke Jokel,
Matt?
when he got drafted like really high.
Yeah,
Number
second
two
pick,
overall,
number
I
2.
think,
Yeah.
Yeah, and he kissed his mom straight on the mouth, like lips.
It's different.
all-
She's a chick.
Yeah.
Chicks are
And-
in. Chicks are in play.
and
Yeah.
and people went.
Wait a minute.
different, dude.
Whoa.
She's a woman.
Let me find this right in pause. I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But we're talking about a child compared to a grown man.
No, that's what I mean. That's weirder. In my opinion, it happened live at the draft on TV. Kiss his mom, and it got some
lipstick,
lips
whatever
were going, and people were like, what the hell is that? And it's like,
You never kissed your mom on the lips, bruv?
But because he's not a champion, it's not talked about.
Exactly. I haven't kissed my mom on the lips probably in like 20 years.
That's what you learned senior year at A&M. Like, they're like, hey, make sure you kiss your mom on the lips. I'm like...
You would know. You're a Texas A&M alumni.
I'm just kidding. I've never kissed my mom on the lips. That is a weird move. You're right. I honestly forgot about that until I asked this question. But follow-up question. All right.
Well, go ahead, Rich.
Hang on, but as far as Tom being weird, when you're that famous, you kind of get a little out of... I don't want to say out of sync with the rest of the world, but you basically just do your thing because fuck everyone else. You're a lion compared to sheep. This is also the same guy who y'all saw whenever he was taking out his Madden and putting in the Antonio Brown one. He grabbed it like a savage, like he has fuck it money, like he could have just tossed it.
Well, yeah, he for sure. His wife has fuck you money. His money they can literally put in their toilet paper at home and just wipe their ass with.
$100 bills all day. I agree, but I'm saying this dude is just. He's a lion not caring about the opinion of the
I respect the fuck out of that, honestly. So basically, if we're ever to become super rich off this podcast, because that's going to happen, no free ads, but if we ever become super rich, just kiss all our kids on the mouth. Because you have fuck you money.
It's the move.
Yeah.
All right, follow-up question. You ready?
Let's hit it.
All right, so now that I know that's your take on Tom Brady mouth kissing his son, why is it weird for me to want to have relations with my third cousin?
Not weird.
It goes
not
back,
weird.
Bro.
You said it yourself. It's just don't follow.
Listen, look here. Look.
The don't follow, bro. Sorry, Samantha, if you're watching.
Look, listen.
Dude, I'm just saying. I don't actually want to have. I do.
Just expose himself, y'all.
It's all content. It's all content.
He acts like you're his therapist.
Not everybody freak out at once.
The funny thing is, he sent me a list of the questions he's going to ask, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be cool. That was not in there. So he threw that in there.
I pointed at this for no reason because that's actually not a follow-up question.
The more you get to know me, you'll slowly learn that I don't care what other people's decisions and lifestyles or decisions on lifestyles are.
Yeah, go have sex.
And if you want to go do that, and if you want to mix up in that disaster of a pool that you will create from the bullshit, then that's your decision. That's not my life. I ain't gonna judge it.
The only people that would care is
FDR.
like our parent. Oh.
FDR.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the greatest presidents of the United States. Mm-hmm. Married his second cousin. So, you know
Second cousin. So third cousin is even less weird.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm with you. So, I mean, not that I don't even know my third cousins with my big-ass Mexican family. But, it's, to each your own. The kid's not going to come out retarded. So, just do you.
True. All right.
Samantha's going to watch this episode. She's going to be like, hey, you know what? I haven't watched Joey's podcast yet. I'm going to watch it. And she's going to see that. And this is going to be a pleasant surprise. I can't wait.
So the person, so this person is like...
Oh, she was here like
a frequent viewer.
No, she has never watched.
No, I don't think she's ever watched.
Or at least it just knows what goes on.
No, but my mom watches / listens, so like she'll hear this and I'll get a text here in about 5 minutes.
You just exposed yourself, so hey,
oh no, she knows.
Deal with that.
She knows.
No, we talk about it.
Oh, okay.
She knows.
All right, last question for you,
weird
Keith.
for her, man.
All right, okay. Explain the underdog thing because
no
one in their right mind is like when Julian Edelman put out that video that said like bet against us. Like no, nobody thought you were the underdog. Like you were the Patriots. You're there every single year. As a fan of the Patriots, explain the underdog thing and why it's an actual thing. Because I don't think anyone was
7 weeks. I don't know. I can't count the weeks. But for about 7 or 8 weeks there, we were out of the race, man. Everybody on all kinds of platforms were saying this and that and this and that, this and that. I mean, I could go on and list about the shit that was talked, and I mean, it was rightful shit to be talked because it was some shitty ass weeks, some shitty fucking play calls, and Tom just not looking like Tom, looking like a 41-year-old man. So the underdog shit. It's literally, it's like, I feel like it's a battle of 50-50. You've got the Patriot reigning fans, the winners, and whatever, and then you've got the other 50 who are like just swearing up and down that, the Patriots are going to lose this year. They fucking fell off. They're underdogs. Count them out. The season's over. The season was over apparently 5 weeks ago. I mean, the season was over the moment, you know what I mean?
In my
so
opinion,
who thought that though, Cam?
Go ahead.
Who thought that? Because, yes, maybe I thought when they were struggling, they won't get a 1 or 2 seed, and that will be the first time that in like a while since I guess the Matt Castle season that they were not going to get a 1 or 2 seed.
What it is, and of course it's AFC, whatever. Of course, we'll probably make it through the regular season, but are we going to be able to keep up with the Chiefs, the Chargers, who, they were steady all year, but they really showed up towards the end? Are they really going to be able to go to Arrowhead and do what the fuck they did last week?
True. In my opinion, it's not really an underdog thing. The team, because I think we've talked about this on the last podcast, or maybe even the one before that. Like, Golden State Warriors did the same thing. They finally weren't the number one seed. The Rockets were the number one seed, and they turned into, well, people are doubting us. I think it's more of a chip on their shoulder thing, because they know they're the best. They don't need to be told they don't need to be told that they're the best. The underdog thing comes from not us media, because we're smart media. We're
Real
really
media.
intelligent. Yeah, real media. But you go on ESPN, NFL Network, and you have there's certain ones that say, man, Patriots, they're not going to make it. This is not their year. This is when they decline. And it's like clockwork. Every year, it's become a thing. When they lose one or two games, it's like, I think this is it. Tom's too old, this, that, and the other. And it's just something that is going to get people to say things.
All right, so hot take. Is that why all the shit that came out last year about that whole rift that happened in the front office, is that why they did it? They did that specifically
The
to
media?
have some...
Or the Patriots?
The Patriots, yeah. When Kraft, Belichick, and Brady had their little power struggle, well, I guess just Kraft and Brady, and then against Belichick, because Belichick, by all accounts, wanted to move on, and Kraft was like, "No, Brady's our guy." Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, exactly.
When that shit happened, that was planted. That was fake.
No, I think it was
fake.
I think it was something that was real, but not as big. It seemed like a big deal to us because it's like, oh shit, like it made it seem like there was a realistic shot that they were going to get rid of Brady.
They
Which
have nothing else to talk about
Yeah.
up there. What else?
Yeah.
I think y'all are really missing though the point that they're an underdog this year. Look at who they're playing. They're playing a Rams defense that has literally taken the page right out of Tom Coughlin's book. The two Giants teams that beat the shit out of Tom Brady.
The NASCAR defense?
Those
Love that
defensive
shit.
lines that are just so stacked to the fucking teeth that you can't do anything. When those four guys get rumbling, there's nothing you can do. Doesn't matter who's behind center. There's nothing that you're gonna do. And that is why I think they're the underdog.
I got my boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no, real shit.
Wait, real quick. Are we talking to two super Patriots fans right now?
No,
Because
no.
I feel like, Richard, I just got a very Patriots vibe from that.
What it is
We watch football.
What it is we watch football together religiously. And as much as he knows I love the Patriots, whenever it comes time to root for the Texans, hell yeah, I'm gonna give my fucking hoot and holler and my sit and whatever for the Texans, and vice versa. Whenever I'm rooting for the Patriots, Richard's not jumping and screaming and you know what I mean, rooting them on. But he's with me through it all, so he's seen the fucking ups and fucking downs, the blah 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 blah. You know, the roundup.
He's a Lewis to your Patriots Clark.
Sure.
Or
Sure.
vice versa.
That's cute. I like that.
Sure. And so I'll say this, and I just for I fucking forget. I mentioned it to Richard in the beginning of the season when they got Sue and they got Donald, and I seen Talib was in the mix and Wade,
Marcus Peters.
and I mean just so on and so forth. I said, I'm afraid of facing that in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
See,
And
that's how it
my
was.
hand to
You already
God.
counted for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of facing that in the Super Bowl.
And my hand
That's
to
the
God,
bullshit you're talking about.
I made that shit up because it's that front four, bro.
I get it, but it's not like when I saw
That
the
ain't nothing
Rams
to joke about.
I didn't see the Rams do that and be like, damn, I'm afraid of that in the Super Bowl when the Texans play the Rams in the fucking Super Bowl. Like, I didn't have that
I'm
preconceived notion.
realistic. I'm
It's
realistic.
the only time that they
Yeah,
would
also,
play, though.
Joey, you have to remember he is a fan of a team that shows up to the Super Bowl almost every
That's
year.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's,
but you can't be
Okay,
mad
no,
at that.
okay, no, I see what
fucking pissed at it.
No, I see what you're getting at. I was already in the mind state of like, what if?
I want
What
that
if?
feeling.
Okay,
Well, but
yeah,
that-
no,
but-
and- yeah.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
No, please, no, I'm done.
My thing is that, well, obviously it's an NFC team. He sees that they're adding a bunch of pieces to make the Super Bowl, and obviously they're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to be most likely a team that could make it to the Super Bowl. And it's like, well, if the Super Bowl happens, that team's probably the team that we're looking at. That's more of what I see of it. Not like, oh, well, we're going to make the Super Bowl. I'm afraid of it.
That's what I see. That's what
No,
I see.
no, man.
That's what I see.
It's
That's what I
exactly what
heard.
Cameron said.
No.
If my head
the
was
exact
blown
opposite.
up, if my head was blown up like a true Boston Patriots fan, then Cameron probably wouldn't have even wanted me on this damn show. But because
I think it'd be a great content.
Oh,
If-
for sure. Oh, it's
no, no,
content.
no.
It's content, but it's not fun for a viewer saying this guy's a fucking bloat. This guy's an asshole.
If we had this podcast like 2 months ago when the Packers and Patriots played and Keith went and fucking tweeted me GG, I wanted to smash my phone. It was like that, you know that meme, and it's like the guy that's face is pissed, but then he has like a mask over it. That's when I was looking at it, and I was just like smiling because fucking Aaron Jones fumbles. They're tie game. Aaron Jones fumbles. Patriots score. Then the Packers can't score. And then the Patriots score again. And I'm just smiling, watching. I'm like, awesome. This is great.
What part of the stadium is your press box in as an owner?
I'm not telling you.
Gareth, back me up on this. It's a little different because that's like me being pissed at Jerry Jones when we played the Cowboys. When the Texans played the Cowboys.
Wait, what are you asking?
Because Cam said, Keith, as a Patriots fan, wishing GG, aka good game, to Cameron.
AKA fuck you. That's what it really means.
As a Packers owner,
I play video games enough.
it's different than fan to fan.
No,
He
because
Fortnite danced on me after the game ended.
It's
Like I was
As he
pissed.
should.
I don't play Fortnite, for the record.
No, he's an.
I think
Keep me off that.
I would
Keep me
I
off.
would consider Cam a fan before I'd call him an owner because
Nope, owner before fan.
I'm not.
well
the owner
he
thing.
definitely cheers the team on more often than he is making decisions.
Nope, you should hear him in the You should hear him in the conference calls. I hear it.
No.
All right, well,
Joey
Get that fucker Mike McCarthy out of here. We don't want that bitch anymore.
Joey took the owner thing, which is just completely a
Am I
bot
wrong?
thing. It's a purchase thing, and turned into Cameron's an owner, which I am. So
Oh,
fuck off,
okay,
Joey.
sweet
But
flex, Cam.
it's like, yes, I'm a fan. It's literally being a fan, and Joey just takes it. He likes to poke fun at
Yeah,
it. That's basically if y'all haven't figured it out yet.
Oh
we got
yeah,
that.
for sure.
I meant
So-
it from my whole heart. I mean it. From
I mean,
it's for the content.
yeah, it's for the content, but we're not talking about the Packers. This is not the Packers
yeah.
time.
How does he see what he does?
All it
Every
is-
episode he turns
All
everything
it
into
is,
the Packers.
just to wrap that thought up, obviously Keith Loaded was a little loaded that night after that game, but I had to send it out, and I was snickering about it. I was telling
I already
Richard,
knew.
I was just, what the hell's is that? What the hell is that?
Yes,
Plain GG.
doesn't even
And-
follow
yeah.
me, comes and finds me.
That's like every NBA fan that is on your timeline is like, oh, Rocket Sauce. Cam, what's up, pussy bitch? Like, what? How did that game go for you?
Yeah,
You
I'm that
stupid
guy.
bitch?
I'm the guy that everybody loves.
Yeah.
They know. They
You're
know.
the Dwight
them,
Schrute of Twitter.
essentially, except for like
That's it. You should claim that throne. That's
Michael?
fine.
yeah. But that was more like the season was going to shambles. So I was like, fuck this. I hate football. That's when I think after that game I proclaimed I didn't even like football
You
anymore.
can't hate football. We have one game left, dude.
Yeah.
This time next week, or 2 weeks from now, you're gonna be sitting there like, holy shit, I'm like a full-on basketball guy now, or hockey.
I'm actually nervous about our
pick up-
podcast. Like, what the fuck are we gonna talk about? for so
Basketball.
long?
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna talk about basketball, soccer. We have some talking.
I mean, I don't want to put
Hoops,
it out there.
brought to you by
Yeah.
Southside Collection.
Is it
There's
NASCAR
always,
season yet?
Oh god.
No,
Start
curling,
picking up-
dude. You
Dude,
got to get on that curling scene.
Oh, I hate the Olympics, so I
MMA.
can't. I would quit the podcast.
MMA, yeah, we got MMA,
Yeah.
but
I have a real question for you, Keith. Who is that Asian person that you continuously post?
Asian person,
Greek?
which one?
it's like
talking
that.
about
Just that face.
That's
just that
the
face.
Who is that?
Oh, okay. That is a meme, or it's not a meme. It's a fucking emote on Twitch, and so it's like a third-party emote, and it's the name. If you type it in Twitch chat, it will be OK Champ,
Okay.
and it's literally it's one of the main emotes from Twitch, and he's just got multiple faces. There's
Okay.
weird champ, Hog Champ, and OK
and
Champ.
there's that one.
Yeah, and
you
so that
always-
one is
okay.
literally just kind of like, sure, buddy.
That's pretty much
Okay.
how I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all
It's
just
okay.
said.
Alright, cool.
Y'all just said a bunch of shit that like I'm a millennial and I have no idea what the fuck y'all just said. Like,
Well,
and how many words that y'all just said?
Just know Twitch. You've
Twitch,
probably
I
heard
know
of Twitch,
Twitch, I know
and they have
Twitch.
emotes.
I don't know what an emote is.
It's
Is
basically
emoji?
it's their version of emojis.
Okay.
They call them emotes.
Emoticon.
And, yeah, emoticon, and you basically each one is typed out in a certain way, whatever, and it'll when you type it in the chat, it pops up that face.
That's pretty funny.
It's
So
like,
funny.
yeah, it's like a gift search when you're
Sort of, yeah.
whatever,
Basically.
Think of it like that.
iPhones,
They have
Yeah.
they have
Basically.
gifs of
phones and all that.
of
All right,
emotes.
let's move on to the actual game. So we have Patriots versus Rams in Atlanta. What's the line, Garrett?
So, money line or spread or what?
What is it? Patriots minus Rams plus.
So Patriots are -2.5 at -120.
Okay.
Rams are +2.5 at
So
100.
so I think it opened at Patriots -2, and now they're at -2.5. In Atlanta, hot Atlanta. Actually, it's cold. It's cold everywhere in the country, but for whatever reason, in this fucking studio, it's very warm, and I'm getting.
Because we have 5 people in one little room. And
Five alpha males.
And you're screaming in that corner over there. So, like, you're getting hot and bothered, I think.
I get pissed off really easily.
I know that.
So we have Rams, Patriots. You want to do predictions?
Over under is 58.
Oh, cake over. Hammering the over.
You would hammer that over?
It's gonna be 33-41.
Wow.
Don't say
Rams.
okay.
Sorry, yeah, I just
There
get
it
on
is.
So
Instagram.
I more want to
Fuck, my
just
bad.
just go over the game just a little bit because Richard had already brought up earlier about how it's weird, in my opinion, that the Rams defense really isn't statistically hasn't been that good this
14th
year.
in the NFL. I looked it up.
But
Big
they
game.
have Sue, Donald, Dante Fowler. They got Talib, Peters. Even though Peters is massively overrated.
He's had a very average
He's
season.
massively overrated.
Is Wade the defensive coordinator?
Wade's defensive coordinator. So it's like
They have hot Sean McVay.
Bro, I mean, let's give Wade his credit.
yeah, but it's
Hot
like
shot McVay.
I figured this team is
I
like
fuck him.
this.
Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Did you say you fuck him?
He's
Oh,
a
yeah,
fucking
sorry.
stud.
Sean
can't-
McVay.
He looks
Sorry.
like a bachelor at every fucking wedding.
Right.
I
10
don't think
years
he's that
from
hot.
now.
When you
Yeah.
watch the Rams lose, you see how not hot Sean McVay is. When they're winning, like, damn, homie's bad.
Yeah.
When they're losing, you're like, he's pretty average. He's an average looking dude.
But so I'm looking at it as the front seven, and Richard said it very well that whenever they played against the Giants were all over Tom Brady's ass.
They had the
They had-
NASCAR package, whatever.
They had Tug, they had
Manura.
Strahan,
JPP.
OCU Manura.
Yeah.
They had Matthias Kiwanuka. Like, they had a team that was money, and they got to him consistently. But as Tom Brady's gotten older, he's gotten that ball out so much faster. You know, and that year they had Randy Moss, so they weren't just going towards Hogan and
Edelman.
It was Welker. I
Edelman.
believe Welker. was
Well,
there.
yeah, but it was like now their
His helmet
personnel.
wasn't even that big then either, because his helmet gets
Right.
bigger and bigger the
It
more
really
years he
did.
played.
It really did.
But right now the personnel is like more with the quick passes with the small white receivers, but then they had Randy Moss who was like, okay, we got this streak, so I might hold it a little bit longer, but I just don't see. They played the Chiefs. The Chiefs led the NFL in sacks.
Okay,
they
wait.
they hardly touched them, and when they touched them in overtime, not in overtime, fourth quarter, they got fucked.
So the
or
Ra-
overtime.
They lead in sacks, but look at that run defense, and all they had to do was just run the ball.
Exactly.
That's all they did, and seriously, that's the only way that the Patriots win is by consistently sticking to the run. So that way, one, you slow down their pass rush.
Right.
You use that big ass. Who's number 77? Big ass left
Trent
tackle.
Brown.
Trent Brown.
Yeah,
Brown.
He's gonna
you
be-
use
he's gonna
that
be a Texan,
fucker
I'm
as
sure.
a train, and you let Sony Michel do his thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
otherwise, they're just gonna
Right.
third down
That
rush him
and-
all day, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah, I think Aaron Donald and Sue, that's the key, in my opinion, is the key. Those two guys right in the middle, they need to stop the run as fast as they can. If the Patriots on that first drive come out and it's like it was last or 2 weeks ago with the Chiefs and they just ran, I think they almost ran it every play on the first drive, and they scored pretty easily.
Wait, you didn't hear that stat? When Sonny Michel is on the field, they run 80% of the time, and when he's not, when it's, what's his name?
Like
James White.
James White, they...
Well, yeah,
They
James
run
White's
20%
more of like a
of the
scat back, receiving
Yeah,
back.
I mean, they're gonna be very predictable.
And there's 4 good backs. There's 4 good backs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a huge
Sony,
Rex Burkhead
White,
guy.
I believe
Burkhead?
Burkhead is third, and then Devlin.
Well,
Devlin is the
Devlin's
fullback.
fullback, but they give
And
it to him.
he's the flare guy.
Yeah.
Send him out to the flare.
He's the asshole
And he's
that
gonna
like
play
he blocks all game, and then all of a sudden they just run a little wheel route out here and he's wide ass open. Everybody's like, what the fuck is the white guy out here doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
White Flair, like
Exactly.
Rick.
The big white guy.
Yeah.
But
Woo!
so that's my key. I don't know if anybody else has like a key, but that's it. The Sue and Donald 100% have to do what they're supposed to do and clog the fuck out of that line and just not let them go anywhere. But I think this could be a game that see what Sony can do, and I think this is a big James White game. Like
This is a huge game.
12
for
catches.
both sides, and yeah, there's going to be particular players that are going to have to play key parts.
Right.
And just changing the complete game.
well, James White last Super Bowl
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's scary about the Patriots is that you'll think like, man, Sony Michel's balled out 2 weeks in a row, and he might play 10 snaps this game for all we know. But I mean, it's gonna be exciting because it's a Super Bowl. It'll always be
Because-
exciting.
Yeah,
But that's gonna be.
I heard I was listening to this radio show earlier today, and there was and some guy called in and was like, "Yeah, I'm not a fan of either team, and I don't really gamble on sports, so I'm just not gonna watch. And he's like, convince me otherwise. And I was like, dude, if you don't watch, like, that's just like, it's un-American to not watch Super Bowl. Like, even like, anybody at work that doesn't watch sports normally, or wherever you are at fucking church,
They're
at the
putting up
store,
squares. They're playing squares.
They play their squares. They're going to Super Bowl party. You know, everyone's gonna watch Super Bowl. I'm gonna bet on it. Probably y'all are all gonna bet on it. Just throw $20 in the game. See what happens.
I have $40 in squares, so I'm good.
You have $40 in squares?
Yep.
Why'd you play so many squares? Or was it $10 a
So I
square?
have more chance to win.
To win.
I hope you lose every one of those squares
Thank you.
as a fellow podcaster.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fun fact about our running backs, Gurley and Michelle, I'm sure y'all might know, both went to...
They played together.
They played together,
Georgia.
and they are third, and Sony Michelle actually is ahead of Gurley in total rushing yards. They're ranked number 3 and 4 respectively at Georgia. So Sony Michelle actually has the edge, even though he doesn't quite have the yardage per se,
Right.
this year. But
And they had Nick
Patriots still
Chubb.
have-
they just don't use them.
But the
like
Patriots still have, Georgia had Nick Chubb.
And they had Nick Chubb
Sony Michelle,
Yeah.
and
Todd Gurley
Gurley
at the same
all
time.
at once.
Yeah.
But
Still couldn't get it done.
What the Patriots don't have is thick C.J. Anderson. Did you see what he said? He came out and said today.
Yeah.
It's like, fat or thick, they don't want me in the fucking hole. That's the realest shit I've ever heard in my life.
It's
C.J.
true.
C.J. Anderson is going to be the reason they win on Sunday. Sunday. Yeah.
Shit, he was one of the reasons they won
He's
last
been
week.
fucking balling, dude.
Well, he
Gurley
came.
had 10 yards?
Yeah.
C.J. Anderson ripped away a Super Bowl away from me whenever they played Osweiler, and for the
He won it. He won a Super Bowl. Yeah.
Osweiler. That sounds funny to hear. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he ripped it when Osweiler was
Yeah,
playing.
dude. When Osweiler's bum ass was playing,
Yeah.
C.J. Anderson was running all up in the
AFC
no.
championship.
People forget he was tall.
It was in Denver. I know that.
Yeah,
much.
it was in Denver, and they had
was
Osweiler.
so-
And
That was
I
2015 when Peyton Manning retired.
Yeah,
That was the year
It
that
was.
they played the Panthers.
Yeah, when after that season he retired.
After.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He won they won a Super Bowl. that
Yeah,
year.
he won. Yeah, they were bringing it up today because they asked him, you've won a Super Bowl. What advice have you given to your teammates about, or if you could give
Don't
advice
get
to
your
your
steroids
teammates?
shipped to your house.
No, he said, don't lose. I'm like, okay, good advice.
Good
Awesome.
advice. Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
man. But
Just
thanks,
don't
sir.
lose, guys.
yeah, just don't lose. It's that simple. But if y'all want to do predictions, I'm down to do predictions.
I
You
will
already
not-
said yours.
I will not do my
Yeah.
prediction. I've never done one, and I ain't jinxing it this year.
I can understand.
I want to
I'm
jinx the
thinking.
shit out of that.
Well, you already said 44, 31 Rams.
Rams
so-
money line. If you are betting on this game, here's my not my life lock of the week. Not necessarily take your kids out of college, put that tuition money on the pick of the week, but your life savings of the week. If you got any decent amount of money in your life savings, pull it out, put on the fucking Rams money line. You have $2,000 in your life savings, Rams money line. You have $500 in life savings, Rams money line. You have $10,000 in life savings,
Rams money line.
Rams money line.
Okay.
Rams money line.
Neither team is going to score more than 30 points. You're going to watch a defensive battle. They've had 2 weeks to prepare. You're going to watch some serious hard knock, slobber knocking at the
Slobber
line.
knocking.
Slobber knocking. I like that word.
Slobber
How do
At
you
the
use that?
line.
That man has
Those hog mollies.
Everybody's
At the line
spitting at the
kinda game.
line.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be an eye poker. They're going to call each other names, and it's going to be bad.
Question. So, did y'all see that Maroon 5? Yeah, Maroon 5 pulled out of their press conference, whatever, today.
Oh,
They
man.
didn't have a press conference.
Looking
God
forward
forbid the halftime show performers don't do their press conference leading up to the Super Bowl.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
There you go. I like that
Exactly.
answer. I like that. Shout
So-
out Marshawn Lynch.
So, Richard, do you have like a prediction? Do you have a game?
I think, honestly,
Score.
I'm thinking, honestly, 24-27. I see a couple field goals.
Patriots?
Yes.
Okay. That's actually really close to mine. Mine was going to be 30-27.
I mean, I have a score
Patriots?
in mind, but I won't say it out loud.
Okay.
Wait, you got
yeah.
Patriots?
I have Patriots because I think
Richard
it
Patriots.
is because we've seen it. Like we've seen 9 Tom Brady Patriots Super Bowls in our they
Young, hot lives.
lost to the Packers in the 90s, but we won't talk about that.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
But 9 Tom Brady's been to the Super Bowl 9 times.
He's 41.
He's 41.
He's people
5
forget.
rings. He's on pace to be 42 this year.
Oh shit.
But
Yeah, this year is 42.
But every game has been close. I don't know if there's actually been one Super Bowl that they've been in that wasn't close.
And that's exactly my first thought was when all this shit was happening, just beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. mean, you
Another
hope.
close one, dude. I don't know.
And they're
I don't
all
know if there's
scary.
enough liquor
They're all
available on a Sunday.
And it's not like close games where it's like, okay, we kind of got it going. It's all good. It's always
ripping my
last,
hair out.
the end of the game, last crazy shit has to happen. So I'm going 30-27 Patriots. I think it's going to be another one of those field goal final 10 seconds. Not overtime. I think it's going to be like the Patriots Super Bowl special. They at the end of the game, they figure it out and they win.
How much tape has Bill Belichick watched on the Rams practice this past week?
All
I don't know. Why don't you ask Sean McVay? They're best friends, Bill Belichick.
They do text. They text. That's a cuck move. I'm a. It's not a hot take, but I'm convinced.
It's a cuck move.
So apparently, Bill Belichick will text Sean McVay after every Rams
buddy.
game and be like, "Yeah, hey man, y'all are really explosive.
How you doing?
Yeah, good job.
GG.
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 GG,
value.
GG this week against so and so, man.
Yeah.
You look cool.
So-
And I was about to say,
That is a mental inception, and I think Bill
and that's
Belichick.
about as much emotion as you'll get out of Belichick.
Yeah. Hey, sweet game, pussy. No, he doesn't say the P word. He just
Wow,
GG, baby.
yeah, wow, you look great out there,
Yeah,
McVay.
I know, yeah.
And he's like
It was
pissed. He's like, I
great.
don't want to say it. Like McVay texts him first, like, "Hey Bill, great game this week. We had a hard one, but we came out, we won." And Bill Belichick's like, "Good job,
Or
buddy."
no, the nonchalant.
job.
What the hell did you put in those burgers last week, Bill? By the way, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
By the way,
Would
hey,
Did you happen to catch any of our game?
yeah.
We
You know
play
what I
on
mean?
Sundays.
Did you see what we did wrong?
Any tips?
Yeah. Anything you
You
got?
think
out there?
what we did would have worked against you? I mean, you're the best.
Yeah,
Oh, Joe,
Any of
with
that-
you,
any of
big
that-
American penis.
Whoa!
Any of that film y'all got back there, Bill? Can I borrow some of that?
Yeah, that's how I imagine. He's 32 years old. Bill's probably 60 something. He's double his age, and Bill's. We all know he just doesn't give a shit about anything except for football. But I just want to bring this up before we move on that they brought up when Lance McCullers into the Super Bowl
Last year.
No, it was 2
years ago.
It was 2 years ago, because it was Devontae Freeman was one of the people that.
Oh,
were on
last
the
year,
video.
Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah, and he went up to Belichick and he goes, "Hey, so Bill, you got any concerns about the wind in the dome for punts and kicks? Because the air conditioning and this." And he's asking Bill Belichick this, and Bill Belichick's just looking at him. He won't even give a funny answer. He's just like this. Well, like this. And it is fucking one of the funniest things. I actually retweeted it, so if you missed it, go look at it. He also asked Jimmy Garoppolo. He was like, "Hey Jimmy, how's it feel to be the second best looking person in this place?" And he gives it to him, and Jimmy Garoppolo's like, "Oh, pretty confident, are you?" He's like, "Oh no, I'm talking about Tom Brady's the first." And Jimmy's like, "Oh, did he ask you to say that?" He's like, "No." It's one of the funniest things ever. I know it was 2 years ago, but you should go give it a look.
Thank you, Cameron, for that.
I thought it was funny.
You cut off Garrett. Garrett didn't give his prediction yet.
Yeah.
Producer Gareth.
This all could change depending on Carlos and I's bet tomorrow, because I think he gets to go first. But if I had to guess, he's not going to bet on the Patriots, so I'm going to stay consistent here.
Go Patriots.
I'm picking 33-17 Patriots.
Ooh,
Oh, a fucking blowout.
You're talking about blowout.
Yep.
All right, so you got Patriots.
And I was looking at some of the prop bets.
Right.
I think they missed an opportunity for a fun one, because something Tom Brady loves to do in Super Bowls is the fucking what's the one? What's it? No one does it anymore except for him, where you hand it off like
Flea
it's a
flicker?
run. And the
Flea
flea
flicker.
flicker. He's
Oh.
literally the flea flicker king. I say he doesn't do it this year.
I say that what's it called? The Rams, just to troll, actually get away with the Philly special. You're going to see
yeah.
that in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl again this year. They're going to do it, or at least try, but I think that they're going to convert it for a first down at least. Goff is just going to look all sorts of gangly and uncoordinated as Tom Brady did in his youth, but still, he's actually going to come down with it. I bet you we're going to
If
see a Philly
you're
special.
trying to do some, parlays with some fun bets, there's one on there. Who has more rushing attempts, Brady or Goff? Or the
Goff,
quarterback?
100%.
Dude, pick Goff. Just
Yeah,
add him
for sure.
onto a parlay.
Yeah.
And that, but yeah, I think one thing that gets overlooked every year because they don't have big names is the Patriots defense. Because again, they're not the greatest, but they're also not bad ever. And then the playoffs happen.
They're always consistent.
The playoffs happens. They always have one white linebacker with a fun last name. Their defensive line always has a couple monsters on it. Fuck it, what is Hightower?
Van
playing?
Noy, Flowers.
I was about to say, I think
Van
just
Noy's
Van
the white
Noy
guy
every
with the
year.
Van
Yeah,
Noy is
yeah,
the fun white guy.
I don't know,
middle
yeah,
name,
exactly.
or last
Ninkovich,
name.
like 8 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was
Brewski.
2 years ago.
So
Dude.
the thing about the Patriots is that and Keith can tell me if I'm wrong, but nobody, Patriots fans or outside the Patriots, can give two shits about anybody except for Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. And so nobody knows anyone else on the team.
I mean, I hate that they feel that way because that pisses me off, right?
Me too.
Right.
Me too.
It pisses me off.
Like-
It's like, yo, come on.
Like what's his first
Trey
name?
Flowers.
Is it Trey Flowers?
Yeah.
That dude is legitimately like probably top 15 defensive end in the league. Like he played defensive end,
Yeah.
right?
He has 11 sacks, 12 sacks. This year?
Right. They have Malcolm Brown. He was a first round pick for
That's how they get away with
from
it.
UT.
UT.
He was great. Dante Hightower. But then Stephon Gilmore was the
The
number one.
McCourty twins.
Yeah.
Don't forget about
McCourty
them.
twins.
Stephon Gilmore was the number one
He was
cornerback
an
in the league.
all-pro. Yeah.
He was the number one cornerback in the league. And so it's like nobody knows who they are. So that's the thing is that everybody every year is like, well, I mean, their defense isn't that good. And it's like, well, why? Well, because you don't know anybody, or is it because they're not good? That's the thing that annoys the shit out of me always. And you're right, it
Well,
always gets
because
overlooked.
the quarterback and the coach are gonna get the credit 90% of the time. Like we said last week, we talked about it. I was like, dude, it doesn't matter how good that defense is. It's gonna be Tom and it's gonna be Bill Belichick that are gonna get the credit for that.
Right?
And it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
So when the Rams win, is it C.J. Anderson's gonna get the credit? Because I hope he does. Just for the brand, I hope C.J. Anderson, as an out of shape guy, gets the credit for the win, so that I could tweet my body right now and be like, "Yo, we're all winning. We all win."
On a fun note, I was mentioning to Richard, do you think it brings a different kind of brotherhood having a pair of twins?
Absolutely.
In the locker
In the
room?
locker room.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I bet they're fucking boys. I bet they're like, "Hey, dude,
You know,
Dex, what's good? Like, what up, Dev?"
A brotherhood to that defense. Of course, the team,
Right.
but then the defense. I have a feeling it really does.
Absolutely. Well,
Like an anchor. They're your safeties. That's your anchor of the defense.
well, the one that's been there longer is Jason, correct? I think
Jason McCourtney.
He's the one that's been there longer, and he was always the better one. And I think there was multiple years that Devin, I'm right. Yeah, it was
Yes.
James. That Devin was wanting to go there, but it never really quite worked out until finally like this year. And he's looking at some stuff, but I think to your question, I think
first.
Devin was there first.
Jason
Sounds
was
familiar.
obtained
No, that does
from
sound better.
the Browns last spring.
Okay, so Jason was the one that came later.
Yeah.
Said Devin first with an I.
Yeah, so to answer your question, yes, I definitely think it means something.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
not a lot, but
Yeah.
it means something.
It was just a fun thought I had
Right.
during
You
the
don't see
season.
brothers play on this same team.
Especially twins.
Exactly. So yeah, I think it matters a little bit.
So, anything else in football?
I don't think so.
Before we move on from football, I will just say, take the Super Bowl and fucking cherish it, because that's it. There's no college football. There's no football for
You got
till Hard Knocks, I guess, is the next time you'll see football.
You got the week
The
The
after
draft.
the Super
The
Bowl.
draft.
The week after the Super Bowl, then the draft.
What's the week after the Super Bowl?
Well, I'm just saying, or the following podcast after the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, as far as
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the last game of
Yeah.
football that you will see that'll matter
Fresh
for a while.
content.
Yeah. So draft. Basically, draft time is whenever
When Kyler Murray goes first overall.
when we all get to critique moves that we have no idea that matter.
I'm gonna make a
until-
mock draft. I'm gonna do it.
You want to do mock
I'm
draft?
gonna make a whole mock draft. Let's do mock drafts, and then loser has to shave their head.
No.
I think the
Down. Garrett, you're down. Cool.
No. I think some of the KTR.
Okay.
Who do
Texas
we work
Sport. Texas.
Yes,
TSR.
Texas. Yeah, some of the TSR people are doing a mock
Shout
draft.
out
that-
TSR.
Oh yeah, I know. They were talking about it and I kind of just it'll be kind of fun, whatever. But I didn't really say anything. And then Carlos comes in. Hey, you should get Cameron to do it. He's a Packers owner. I'm like,
That was fucking
mother-
hilarious,
I was
dude.
like, okay.
Shout out Carlos. That was so funny.
Yeah.
When is the fucking draft?
All right, so let's
April.
move into some basketball.
Did y'all want to stick around for the whole
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. You wanna-
Stick around, yeah.
Okay.
Y'all done for the last one?
I saw
Yeah,
your
he-
MLB question. I think I have an answer for it.
Okay.
All right,
So
so
let's get to some basketball going.
first off, we have Anthony Davis asking for a trade, which I think we all fucking knew was gonna happen.
Right.
This I was gonna say this for segments, but the city of New Orleans is on the hot seat. Ask me why. Not
Why?
the Hurricanes and all that.
Why?
RIP and all that.
on a hot
I talked a
man.
lot of shit about New Orleans last week, and I'm gonna continue to do it because I don't give a fuck about it.
'Cause you're toxic.
Yeah, Anthony. So a week or maybe 4 days after Drew Brees put that Instagram post up about this one's for New Orleans. Don't keep your head down. We'll be there. Yeah, the ref cheated. Eat a dick. Anthony Davis, the next week, asked for a trade out of that city.
Yeah.
New Orleans is in the hot seat.
Dude, that has to be like, imagine how that would feel that you lose off of a ridiculously stupid non-call to go to the Super Bowl. And then last year, they lost on a Hail Mary to go to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then the week after one of those losses, their star basketball player says, "Hey, I'm
done.
I'm pretty much ready to go." And it's like what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
at this they don't have a baseball team, so it's like what do you fall back on? LSU getting beat by Alabama?
Hurricanes.
Bourbon
That's
Street.
true. You fall right on the Bourbon Street.
I just want to
Alcohol.
put in real quick. Has anybody seen the picture? It was like an interview. It was like a picture of an interview of Sean Payton, and he's wearing
The clown. He's
yeah,
wearing the
exactly.
barstool.
Exactly.
The,
It's just a little
the clown
snippet.
nose on Goodell.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's wearing it under his regular
So
shirt.
didn't they? I know we're over football, but I want to ask. Didn't they give that away at a Patriots game?
Oh, yeah.
Or at the Super
Yeah,
Bowl or something?
Portnoy, the barstool.
Yeah.
Gave
and
away a bunch of those, and they sell them if you want to buy a Goodell clown.
Tweeting
nose
out a
shirt.
picture.
That's actually amazing. That makes me like him, even though he did try to kill Brett Favre. But I mean, it's all right.
You
I
talking
thought it was
about
Greg
Sean
Williams.
Yeah.
It was Greg Williams and Sean Payton. They
Not
did
again.
it together.
Okay.
But Anthony Davis.
AD, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't say like inarguably, but probably the first or second best big man in the league. If you want to put Joel Embiid there, if you want to
Yeah.
put Cat there, whoever you want to put there.
Absolutely.
Fucking sucks for the Pelicans because
First of all, their name is the Pelicans. That sucks to begin
that's a
with.
sick name.
From the
What are they gonna be
area.
called? What is Miami? Oh, first of all, is Miami appropriating Louisiana culture by calling their college football team the Hurricanes? Why is it the New Orleans Hurricanes?
I
I don't even mean that in like a disrespectful
New
way.
Orleans Hurricanes is extremely insensitive, and Florida gets just about as many hurricanes as.
So what
as
does Miami
the rest
get
of the Gulf do. Well, because they probably picked it first. Fuck you.
New Orleans Hurricanes. We're going with the New Orleans Hurricanes.
the fucking Pelicans call up like, hey, you don't want to really be the Pelicans. Hey, Miami, can we use Hurricanes? Like, fuck you. We had it first. No, we get more Hurricanes.
No,
y'all just sucked really bad.
And they've lost their right to rename anything after that whole Hornets, Bobcats, whole bullshit. You know,
Well, they
after
should be
had
the-
to
I like
change.
the Pelicans.
They
dude.
should
That's-
be.
that's all
They
right.
should be the Jazz, but for some reason Utah's up there with no fucking music whatsoever, saying no.
Just white
we're
Mormons.
we're keeping the Jazz.
If having more than one wife isn't jazz, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here,
Good
dude.
point.
So that's the reason. I could never
They
figure
got a
it
bunch of
out.
heroin out there.
I could not figure it out.
That's
Thank
funny
you.
shit.
Thank you.
That's gold.
So
Thank you for
LeBron-
letting me know.
Tweet it so we don't forget it. 'Cause I will.
LeBron. So he also just got popped for that $50,000 fine for I guess
AD.
self-tampering. I don't even know what the fuck.
Yeah, you if you put it publicly that you want to trade, you get fined.
And what's $50,000 to somebody who's about to make what 215?
Oh, we joked about that last night, but you know what the real bullshit is that is such like slave owner mentality to like literally just like, oh, you have no decision and no whatever about where you want to go. That's strictly a front office decision. Fuck you, fuck where you want to go because you're gonna go where you're told. That's such, and I know 50,000 is nothing to a man who makes 28 mil a year.
He makes more than 50,000 a quarter.
Oh, exactly. I know, but it's simply just like it's just. I know it's just a slap on the wrist, but the fact that that's even a rule, fuck you NBA, fuck you in the mouth.
Oh, okay.
Richard is
Fuck you in the mouth, Adam Silver. Not to get too political, but I mean, it's like if you work for X law firm and you sign an NDA and you go work for Y law firm, you're probably going to have to pay, for more money, you're probably going to have to pay some sort of fee, whatever, to leave, even though you signed in your contract that I'm not leaving.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
But you get to make that choice. You get to say, oh, well,
Oh,
I wanna
he's
go
making
here.
that choice. He's not signing and he's fucking leaving.
I understand, but just the fact that they're that whole just the whole zero, no tampering rule, self-tampering rule. What kind of shit is that?
It's
That's-
they're trying really hard because a lot of small market teams like Milwaukee, or even though they're good, Milwaukee and New Orleans and
They should just be
Charlotte. Yeah, they're sick of having finally getting a good player, and people are afraid of this with Giannis. Is that they're going to be in the small market that might have be a decent team, but they're not going to match up with Houston, Golden State, now the Lakers with LeBron, and they're sick of
Fucking Knicks. The Knicks are still in
I think they're more
conversation.
sick of the media every day, bringing well, this guy should want to leave. This guy should want to trade. This team's not very good. This guy should want to trade. I saw shit that I've seen dumbasses on Twitter saying that Actually, I know one dumbass. He might be watching. One dumbass on Twitter that tweeted, James Harden should ask for a trade.
Fuck you, Edgar. I saw that.
It was Edgar. It was Edgar.
So
But it's like
trolling.
Yeah, he's trolling. He's
fucking
trolling. I know he's trolling. But I see multiple people I saw people saying that Daryl Morey should get fired and it was just like,
that was my hot seat, Cam.
oh, we'll talk about it later. I didn't say who said it. I don't even know who said it actually. But it's like it's gotten to the point that like the media and a lot of fans are like, your team is not very good, but you're really good. You should want to go to LA or you should want to go to Boston. And it's just like the NBA is sick of it. I agree with you. There's no way to stop it. So they might as well not try to stop it because you can't.
Why don't they just be better?
No, you keep. Okay, so the Knicks, who fucking suck.
That's true.
The Knicks, who are trash, right? They're fucking awful. They don't have their best player right now in Porzingis. There's still talks of like Kyrie or Kevin Durant going there. Like no matter how bad they are, the Pelicans don't have that hope. They lose AD. And they're pretty much fucked for the next until they get another draft pick.
It's full rebuild mode, so they need to do their due diligence and try and get the best value out of him.
Yeah,
and I'm
absolutely.
saying, like,
oh no, they will. Yeah.
They honestly, AD's doing them a favor by saying, look, I have no intention of re-signing with you. Trade me now for whatever you can get, and
Right.
call it a day. Like he's doing them a favor, and people are just some people are sticking their nose up at it, like
Right.
like he's just some sort of snake or a traitor or
No,
something.
yeah.
Like,
Snake.
I mean,
Business is business.
right,
ladies and
exactly.
gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like a lot of people also say, well, not you. I'm not saying you said this, but I've seen
Right.
people like, well, the Pelicans should have done better to get him people. And I'm like, well, the
They
thing
did
is,
try.
like, they did. They got Drew Holiday. They got
Julius
Mirotic.
Randle.
They got Julius Randle. Like
They got Boogie.
They got Boogie.
You know?
It's like, hey, if he doesn't tear his Achilles, you never know what would have happened if he didn't tear his Achilles. So
that
it's
would
like
have been a really good team.
they tried really hard to make it work. They tried a lot better than most teams do.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out. So yeah, it really sucks that he wants to leave. He's probably gonna go to LA, whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
He's gonna go to LA.
because our king LeBron, aka he's in GM mode right now because he hasn't played in like 2 weeks, 3
Yeah.
weeks. He's like, yo, fuck it. I'm sure. So Anthony Davis is managed by Clutch Sports, which is Rich Paul's and LeBron's company. So I'm sure he has a stake. So it's basically like, yeah, pay the $50,000, we'll kick it back to you because I own this company, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Come to LA.
Right, well, LeBron does have a stake because I'm pretty sure that would be kind of fucked up.
Conflict
No
of
way.
interest.
How's that fucked up?
Conflict of interest.
You're still in
You
the
can't
league.
represent, like, you can represent yourself without anyone, but he would be representing himself basically because he is represented by Clutch Sports or Clutch, whatever they call it.
I don't think it is a conflict of interest. We can look into it.
Well, Jay-Z had to sell a piece of the Nets to even start Rock Nation or whatever they call it.
Yeah, but LeBron's not an owner of a franchise.
But
might
he's
as
a
well be.
he might as well be. He's running the team.
Hey,
But
you said it, not me. Go.
But the one last thing with the AD thing in LA, I've seen a lot of LA fans and they're like saying, I don't want to give up X, Y, Z for Anthony Davis.
You
It's like,
fucking do it.
It's like, what are you talking about? I see people like, they shouldn't trade Lonzo. No, never trade Lonzo. Or don't trade Kuzma. I'm like, what you want to trade who? Like, who do you want to trade then?
Who are they going to accept?
Exactly. It's like, if I were them, I'd trade all of them. I'd trade fucking Lonzo, Kuzma, Ingram, all of them.
Brett Ingram's a fucking bust. I was going to bring that up next week, but he's a fucking bust. Ingram's a bum, and I called it like, well, I want to say 6 weeks ago, and you're like, dude, he's not that bad. I'm like, he's fucking trash.
No, I said Kuzma's not that bad.
No,
He's a fucking player.
Ingram is a fucking bum.
I said
Brett
he
Ingram
was
is
a
a
bust.
bum.
I said he's a bust.
Wait, did we agree on that then?
Yeah, we agreed on that.
Did I just
You're-
start an argument for no
Yeah,
reason?
you just started
Okay,
arguing
sorry.
for no reason.
I apologize. You see me say I'm the
He's
bigger
got a
man
lot
here,
of
so I'm
Boston
sorry.
unanswered
I know.
questions.
I fucking yeah. I'm also pissed that I'm not Boston questions were answered. But moving on. Anything else on AD?
No, that was it for me.
CP3 is finally back. Who fucking cares?
Joey, I put that in there because Joey hates Chris Paul. That's why I
Honestly,
had to throw it
if
in
I
there.
could choose between having Chris Paul back or Clint Capella, I'd take Capella.
Absolutely.
To be completely honest,
Absolutely.
just because that changes the entire dynamic of the paint situation.
Exactly. No,
You
I
know?
agree. I agree. Joey's looking at me like, yeah, fuck you, Cameron. Yeah,
I'm looking at
yeah.
you like this.
Yeah,
Trust
exactly.
me, I'd rather have them both, but if,
Exactly.
if I got to pick and choose,
You have to choose,
you know.
obviously, Clint, but
I didn't
we're
even read that part of the.
Of course,
Yeah.
he looks great running down the court.
I didn't
He
read
sells
that part of
jerseys.
the
Right,
public
exactly.
cam, but if I would have read that, I would have deleted it and just not said anything.
what, CP3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just went right into it. You were
You
like,
pussy.
yeah. So he is back, missed 17 games. and they ended up losing to the
Pelicans.
To the
They
Pelicans.
looked so good in the first half, man. We were watching that last night.
Yeah.
They looked so good.
And-
I mean, but the thing is, all they were doing was dropping threes without Capella in the inside.
Right.
You've got no sort of Harden. Harden is he's got his Euro step or whatever, but he's gonna fucking do his step back.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that's gonna happen. He's not
Yeah.
gonna drive in nearly as much as he does when Capella's there.
Right, and I think Twitter, like the NBA Twitter for the Rockets,
Your favorite Twitter.
It went completely into flames last night after they lost that game because they didn't have
that was embarrassing.
Davis, Randall, Mirotic.
No one.
More. They didn't have like most of their starting five.
Well, Jahlil Okafor balled.
Oh,
He
Jahlil-
actually's been playing fucking
Jahlil
dope.
Okafor fights fans and also kills it on the court.
Yeah.
From just a fan in the stands standpoint, I've been pissed too.
Oh, no, I don't know. Yeah,
It's like,
you pay to
dude,
watch. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
here.
Where
Yeah.
do I get the last
phone's
fucking 2
ringing.
hours of my
Like,
life back?
here,
Because
yeah.
I'd like them back.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
okay.
But so they ended the game. Twitter went up to shit, and I saw some of the hottest takes.
I got off. I could.
I
watch
saw
it.
the hottest of takes. I saw Giannis should win MVP. Fuck Harden. I'm like, wow.
He's like on 18 games in a row of like 30 points. Plus.
No, he's in 24, 25 games in a
More
row.
than that,
More
yeah.
than 30. He is actually the first player since MJ to score 600 points in one month. And
It's like video game numbers.
Exactly. So it's like,
Not even because I'm ass at 2K. I wouldn't even put that up in the video.
hell no, yeah.
All
He's
55
doing better
points.
than you would do in 2K. But
I like this one though.
What?
Kim? Kenneth Faried is looking great with Houston. He's being the Manimal as advertised.
like we said, best nickname in basketball
Manimal.
for sure.
Oh, easy.
The Manimal.
The second best. No, Malice in the Palace is about a
The Slim Reaper.
Slim Reaper's sick. If I didn't hate Kevin Durant, that's a
Well, Kevin
sick
Durant
nickname.
also didn't like the nickname.
Well,
He
he's also a snake, and that just fits so aptly.
Snake and Slim Reaper though, those were sick.
well, remember
nicknames.
people were asking him.
his knees if I ever saw him.
Fuck Kevin. I'm on fuck Kevin Durant too.
But it was really funny. They asked him about the Slim Reaper a while back when he still played for the Thunder, and he was like, "No, I really don't like that nickname." I'm like, "Okay, what do you think your nickname should be?" And he came out with the Servant. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Bitch.
Like, first of all, he's African American. That's still kind of racist.
Whoa. We're
Calling-
not getting into politics here.
I'm just saying that
Hey,
scene.
well, if he says that for himself, then I mean, you can't.
Yeah, that
call
scene that was very odd to me to begin with. The Servant.
Yeah,
Also,
as a
the
Caucasian male, would you be okay with calling yourself the owner, even though technically?
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna say this. The
the-
first thing that came to my mind was him just serving him up.
That's what his thing was
And
like.
of course,
I just
of course.
serve it.
That's my first thing. But
Yeah.
that's me kind of not wanting to stray to
Yeah,
that politics side.
But I remember people did make it kind of a big deal. Like, wow, that does sound kind of weird. But
It
also,
does, it
the
does.
nickname sucks. The
Yeah.
Servant, the Slim Reaper,
It's sick.
that sounds
That's
badass.
sick.
Yeah,
That sounds
Slim
badass.
Reaper, Snake. Yeah, I agree with you on
No,
that.
that's fucking dope, dude. Okay, honestly, like, not to get too political, but like when I hear servant, I think of like, yeah.
I'm
right?
thinking high
So-
dollar.
Okay.
That's me. I'm thinking high dollar.
Like,
That's all.
all right,
I'm getting served.
Yeah.
that's a good point too. I fuck with that. But also, I think servant. Like, I think the movie Django. Like, you know how
Yeah,
they
yeah, I
have,
think-
not in a weird, like, I don't think about it like that, but because I'm
But
woke
you
as
do.
shit. I'm woke as shit in 2019.
No.
We have an insertion. Brian Pearson said Brandon Ingram is and always will be a broke man's KD. And
That's actually a compliment.
and
Brian-
said,
yeah,
Brian
Brian-
said, and that's too much of a compliment.
Brian, I fuck with you. I love that take. Brandon Ingram's a stupid fucking bum. If that's what you meant by what you said, then yes, we're on
A broke man's KD is like a decent player.
Yeah, because KD is like one of the top 3 best players in the league.
He's probably one of the best offensive player all around, like ever.
Brandon Ingram is like if Kevin Durant like tore both his ACLs back-to-back years and then started playing basketball, but he couldn't dribble with his right hand anymore because he broke that hand in like an accident. But then he started playing
So
basketball.
you mean literally like he's broke, like he's a broke man, like his whole body's
Yeah,
just broken.
he's like the movie Glass with fucking Samuel and.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, but at least one of them actually has a decent set of hair, not just hamburger meat on his head that he refuses to brush.
Ooh, good point. KD's.
So
needs to go
while
see
those
barber.
ankles were broken or those Achilles were torn, at least he was sitting there with his do rag and,
Yeah.
and being religious about.
I mean, I like
brushing
how
his shit.
we went through like KD's like one of the best offensive players ever. Yeah, but fuck him. His hair's disgusting.
And he's
Oh, yeah.
stupid nickname.
yeah.
And
so,
he needs lotion. He's always ashy. Always.
what you would think? You mean he has hundreds of millions
So
of dollars.
Kenneth
Still can't
Farid,
find a fucking coconut oil, man.
Nope.
Kenneth Farid is balling out. He's actually played really well since he's came here.
Yes, and it pisses me off. The only bad thing is that he has dreads, and Nene has
Young
dreads,
Nene,
and I like their body types are not anything similar. Like Nene's a big old dude, and Kenneth Farid's like
I confuse them on the court.
I confuse them every single time,
Yesterday.
and I'm like, one of them's they gotta fix that because like Montrezl Harrell, he had red. He put like red stuff in his hair when he had the dreads. I'm like, one of y'all's got to put red in your hair or change it up because I'm getting pissed. Because
Capella bothered to bleach a patch of
exactly,
his head, for
it was
fuck's sake.
yeah, and it was,
didn't need to.
and it's
He
just
didn't need to.
R.I.P. Kobe
We're not gonna go down
Bryant.
this road, dude. But yes, Farid's looking great. Marquese Chriss, in a wild spin of events, asked for a trade.
the
If he
same
doesn't get one of
day.
those-
The
He
same
is
day
a-
AD asked for his trade.
Yeah,
No
the
one
same day
cared.
Marquese Chriss says, "Oh, you know what? Me too. I also want to trade." You fucking broke bum. Marquese Chriss is a fucking loser. No. I hate on Chris Paul a lot. He's a brilliant point guard. He's probably greatest point guard in a generation. He's not a bum as far as basketball goes. Marquese Chriss is a fucking bum, and I don't care if you want. If we ever blow up, and this clip gets fucking put on Twitter or whatever, I'll stand by it. Like, yeah, you know what, Marquese Chriss, you're a fucking bum. And we've also on that we have no segments as far as hot seat or hot takes go because I'm gonna say this now.
Joey's
We
on
found
fire.
your burner, you broke fucking bum, Marquese Chriss. At Houston fan 100, okay, Marquese Chriss. Daryl Morey is going to lose his job at the end of the year, most likely. Oh, you want to trade too? Fake bum, fake fucking loser, burner account, Marquese Chriss. Houston fan 100 or 00. You couldn't come up with better than that, Marquese Chriss. Houston fan 00. Brian Colangelo had better fucking burner account names. Are you kidding me?
Kevin Durant had better burner accounts.
Dude!
Houston
fan
fan
00. It's a picture.
I tweeted him.
It's Bayless.
No, yeah.
Or-
He tweeted Daryl Morey is going to lose his job at the end of the year, most likely. First of all, that's the dumbest fucking shit you could have ever said in your life. That's so inherently fucking false. Second of all, it's so obvious it's you, Marquese. No one else is talking about Daryl Morey losing his fucking job besides the guy who just said, I want a fucking trade the same day Anthony Davis said the same shit.
That was amazing.
Damn.
Hey, why don't we just send him to fucking New Orleans for free? Fuck him. Pack your bags, bitch. You're going.
They'll send his bitch ass back.
Return to sender.
Who's that Bill sent to the Cleveland?
Oh, Jamie Collins.
Oh.
Jamie Collins wanted money. He sent, not to get off
Stop
topic.
it.
He's actually
He
playing
sent
really
him-
well, though.
He's actually good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jimmy Collins is actually fucking
well,
good.
No,
He's got,
but
what's his name?
he sent him to the Browns and literally just Bill just looked at the rest of the team. Just anybody else want fucking money?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what?
Collins asked for $1. Bill sent him.
You know what's really funny about that is that he traded Jamie Collins to the Browns like nothing. Like Jamie Collins wanted the money. He's like, nah, I'm sending you to the Browns. But for Jimmy Garoppolo, he was like, you know, we had a better offer from the Browns, but I'd never send him to Cleveland. And I was like, holy shit. Like,
That's
you,
true.
Like,
That's,
you,
that's a fair
man.
point.
like
That is
you,
a fair point.
Bill, you motherfucker. I
Yeah.
bet Jimmy Collins was sitting there like, fuck. Like,
Damn.
Like,
You really didn't like me, huh?
damn, I thought he was being nice. I wanted him to get paid, and I did, but that's what he really
Oh,
thought
he
about
swore
me?
up and down. I'm sure he was going to get paid.
Oh, man, Joe, that was the
What kind of
funniest
money
thing
was he
I've ever
asking
exhausted,
for?
dude.
seen.
He was asking for, he had somebody he named. He's like, I want this kind of
Yeah,
money.
he wanted like top inside linebacker or outside linebacker type money, and that was gonna be like insane.
Done.
And so,
We
yeah.
digress.
Kim, I don't know how Sarge does it. I'm exhausted.
Dude.
My neck hurts. I have a huge crick in my neck. I can't turn it well when I know how I'm driving. My throat hurts. I've been sick for a few days. I'm fucking exhausted.
That is the before we were with Southside Collector Sports, we were inside the loop, rest in peace. But that is the funniest thing that you've done on this podcast since we started because it's so true. Like Marquese Chriss is a guy that doesn't play, and when he has played, he comes in for 4 minutes, does 3 or 4 stupid fucking things in 3 minutes, and gets taken out immediately. Exactly. So it's like, well, they tried to play you, but you're trash. So let's trade you. But who? I mean, trade him to Atlanta. They're already terrible.
Somebody offer us a third rounder, we'll take it.
Hey,
So-
side
so-
note, real
rounder.
quick. Jamie Collins wanted Von Miller money.
Von Miller money. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
well, he had
Stars.
like 15 sacks the year that he had.
Well, he he was really versatile.
But you play for the Patriots, nobody gets that kind
sure.
of money.
Nobody.
You
Not
want
even
rings
Tom.
or do you want money? Because you
Tom-
can get money in Cleveland.
Well,
You're
Tom-
not going to get rings.
Tom takes pay cuts. He gets a cap, like the salary cap pay cut, but Robert Kraft is like, hey, bud, here you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Give
Robert-
you-
He's got
Just
endorsements
give you,
and shit. He's
yeah,
not-
give
he's
you
not
15
stressed
mil.
for
Give
money.
you 15 mil.
We just
under the
mentioned
table.
earlier, he just wipes his ass with $100 bills.
Robert Kraft sends mac and cheese to Tom's house.
There you go. They don't eat that though. He's on that T12, the TB12 diet.
It's for the children.
They just kiss their kids in the mouth and they go to bed. That's how it
Right.
works.
So,
But
Joe.
no, Marquese Chriss, we are on you, Houston fan. 00, you Jacob. That's the most plain fucking name you could. Why didn't you be more real about it? Be like, my name's actually like Mark or something. Jacob.
We gotta
Jacob-
find Marquese Chriss' middle name at this point. Like, if it's
Jacob, this is Houston fan 00.
Yeah.
What is if this is an actual person? I'm sorry, I feel bad, but like Houston fan 00. That's the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard.
That also, by the way, was probably
Oh my
the
God.
coldest take I've ever
Deshaun.
heard.
Joey.
of anything
Joey.
I've ever seen.
Joey, it is James or Jacob. It's Jacob. That's his middle name. Marquese Jacob Chriss.
No shit.
fucking way.
Yes, it is.
No way.
No, I'm just kidding. It's Deshaun.
Oh, I was about to fucking lose my shit.
So okay, sorry, at Jacob Houston fan 00, you fucking
Probably
loser.
still
Change
am.
your name. That's
That
a
was
stupid
just-
tweet. First of all, I don't feel bad because that's a dumb fucking tweet anyway. We're gonna get rid of Daryl Morey. You need to quit your Twitter account and go do something else.
Joey, after all this shit, because he's not gonna watch this, after all this shit, you better go tweet him. You better go tweet him after
I'm
this.
gonna tell him
and talk
KYS.
shit.
I don't know. I don't promote.
No,
Yeah,
no.
Toxic. That was toxic.
That was toxic.
KYS.
in
That was
game.
toxic.
In
I
game.
actually,
In-game.
something that was
Yeah,
toxic
in-game.
is that I know you just say you don't play Fortnite, but I play Fortnite, and I did.
Love
I had
Fortnite.
probably like, I probably had like, I was using a gun, and I'm not that good, but I killed this kid, and I was more accurate than I probably have ever been in my life. He messages me. He goes hacker, and I was like that. I messaged back. I was like, I will take that compliment because that sounds like a good thing to me.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a remark.
and
At
then
least, like he wasn't, like Xbox 360 Live,
Oh,
calling
just
you
wait.
all
No.
sorts of-
Just wait. And then he called me trash, which is funny because he just called me a hacker. And I was like, I said cry because that's just the easy thing. I'm not going to talk to a 12-year-old kid that long.
Why did you respond?
Because
Why'd you
it's
respond?
funny. It's funny. I want him to at least say things, but I'm not going to just go all out and be like,
you
shut
know what
up,
I
you little
replied
piece
to
of
that? I
shit.
put XD.
XD. I will do that next time.
Just
I don't
What does
get
that stand for? Suck D's?
No,
it's
it's
like
just like a face.
It's
like
like a face.
a little lowercase x with a capital D.
Oh, do
It's
that. Do
kinda
the face
like-
again. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Alright, got it.
so I told him to cry, and then he responded and called me the N-word.
I knew
Yeah.
it.
Whoa, wait,
That's
hard
not
R.
the
Wait,
case.
hard R
Damn,
or
so
like
you
something?
No, hard R, no G's. He used sixes.
Sixes?
He used sixes.
Wow.
That's
It's
even
a
more
6'9"
fucked up,
fan
I
right
think.
there.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
I
I'm
was
getting out of that.
so I
Yeah, shout out to Kashi.
so like a couple years ago I got kicked off of party chat for like a day because I called someone a bitch, and so I was like, I bet if I report this little shit, this word right here is getting you the fuck off Xbox.
Oh, you
So I
know
reported
forever.
it. And I put on the message, called me a racial epithet.
Nice, dude.
That's
Yeah.
a good. Hey, that's good vocab. I
Thank
fuck
you.
with
Dude,
that.
you screenshot that shit. You sent it to Microsoft and so many. Like, you spam
Oh, yeah.
them on Twitter.
Dude,
It's
they'll get fired
grounded,
from
it
their
seems.
jobs.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna go on Twitter or all that. If I was like really wanted to, like if he was annoying enough, if he killed me, I would have.
Yeah.
But I killed
I
him.
want to play more victim. If you have an Xbox and you have Call of Duty, I'm a big Call of Duty guy now. It's all right, whatever. Get at me at Lil Wubby 2000. Call me the N word so I can, get more sympathy, be the victim even more so than I
Twitter
am.
clout.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yes, that is basketball. Move on to baseball.
Basketball was it that I wasn't expecting basketball to be that entertaining, but Joey, thank you for saving basketball. For us.
Marquese Chriss, bro. Like, honestly, you could be the best guy in the world. You could be Jeff fucking Bezos, and you gave me Amazon. You are now Elon Musk, and everyone fucking hates you because you're a stupid idiot for doing all that shit. Anyways, baseball. Boom. How good? I'm reading it. Okay. Harper. Why haven't they
Just
signed-
calm down, Joe. Calm down.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. Basically, Harper Machado, Craig Kimbrell. Craig Kimbrell makes sense because he wants a stupid amount of money.
they all
Keuchel,
do.
Harper, Machado, and Kimbrell have not been signed yet. Those are the
Right.
big ticket ones. I saw something yesterday about the Phillies and Harper. At this point, honestly, it's just like Scott Boras is like, give me $500 million, your 2 firstborn daughters, and we'll call it a day. And they're like, probably fucking good, actually. Like, what's the deal? When's the deadline? When's
the
when's
thing
it
is,
supposed to happen?
it's becoming even more of like a hot topic, not the store.
Nice. I'm more of a Spencer's guy, actually, dude.
No, I know that was a terrible joke, but it's like been a hot topic because now actual MLB players are like going on social media and say like this is ridiculous. Like how are some of the best players in baseball not signed and in spring training is in what is it?
A month.
It's in a month.
Yeah.
So people are like, well, like what the fuck is like Dallas Keuchel's former Cy Young winner. Craig Kimball's the best closer in baseball. Then we
Kind
have
of arguable.
arguably.
He needs
Sure.
to put that fucking arm down though.
Yeah. And then we have Harper and Machado.
So does
All right.
so does Roberto Osuna, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh.
Whoa. Just
Dude.
kidding. I don't know about that.
Okay, so first and foremost, Machado, fuck Machado. He's a piece of shit. Probably
Oh,
the dirtiest
shit.
player in baseball.
He is
He
dirty.
can suck a gigantic cock. Outside of him, I'm going to honestly toss up and say that these GMs are wising up to the fact that they're starting to really play Moneyball. They've seen that it's worked with the Astros. Obviously, the A's had their thing. You know, the Red Sox are getting even better. More teams are getting more analytical with how they're approaching trying to get these players and understanding that their farm systems are bringing in better prospects and stuff like that. Nobody wants to go out and spend 15% of their entire payroll staff on a guy who, when it comes down to it, hit or miss, they're more likely going to hit. You know, there's very, very small chance of guys with those kind of marquee names missing, and just not working out wherever they go. The only reason that Harper's only major offer that I can remember it was to re-sign with Washington, and
Yeah.
it was so big. But I honestly think that was more of a front office money move because he puts asses in stands and
Exactly.
he sells jerseys.
Absolutely.
He is a
So to
national,
them-
drafted by the Nationals.
To them,
Sure.
he is worth that amount. To other teams, not so much. And I think that's really where we're seeing this free agency stagnate at because they're just like, well, I trust the guys that I drafted.
So basically, they're fucked because, 3 years ago when Giancarlo got the 364
he had like 13
Yep,
years
that's
or
about-
something.
some stupid. Okay, 3 years ago he got I think he has the biggest contract
In
ever,
baseball,
right?
Yeah.
So basically, Machado and Bryce Harper got fucked because in 3 years or 2 years when Mike Trout's up, or maybe even next year, I think he can.
Does he have an option?
Yes, I believe so because
I think he's
is
done
it
it like
player?
I
Is it
think
player
I
or
think this
club
is his
option?
no I think this is his last year.
Yeah, because
I think he's a
because
free
I was
agent
reading
after
stuff
this
about
year.
like, dude, if they're not going for 300, how are you going to value Mike Trout over the Giancarlo contract? But you're right. Owners are going the direction of we're not going to pay you for what you were or for what you
Possibly
were
can
last
be.
year or years before. We're going to pay you for what you can do, not for what you've done.
Well, also in baseball with those big name free agents, if you sign them, you have to give up a draft pick. And teams at this point are like, I don't want to spend $300 million and give up a high draft pick, even though you get like 50 picks.
Well, because you see the
But-
Corey Seagers, the Bregmans, the Walker Buellers. You see these guys who are performing
Take
very.
2 years
Yeah.
and boom, they are all stars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but I see a lot of people like saying, well, the Astros are being kind of stingy, which people need to understand. The Astros aren't being stingy. Well, they are being stingy,
Well,
but
it's the pitchers, man.
the thing is that they need to be stingy because then soon they're about to have in the next
You gotta pay out
4 years they're gonna have to pay
Correa.
Bregman, and they're gonna
McCullough. Wow.
McCullers will stay for probably about 8. I think you could offer him 8 and he'd stay.
So the thing is,
Just because he's about to take a year on vacation.
actually,
It's Tommy John shit.
I'm gonna take back what I said. I fuck with how low valuing these owners are for these players right now because that means when Correa's up,
it'll be low.
if he's not injured every year until then, it'll be fucking nothing.
Well, the thing that's crazy is that it's not crazy. Like Bryce Harper and Manny Machado are like two of the best players in baseball. When Mike Trout hits free agency, a team will give him $350 million fast.
Should be more. I mean, dude, by the time it's all said and done, I'm very confident he'll be the greatest baseball player to ever play the game.
Yeah, I would
Who?
agree. Mike Trout.
Okay, all right. I could. Okay, all right.
Yeah, but so
I'm not going to argue with
but
it.
there-
It's a decent.
Yeah, of course. But there was like a report today saying that Manny Machado's not even close to making a decision. I'm like, what the fuck?
I heard the
dude?
Yankees never even offered him
Fuck
shit.
Manny
No, but it's like what. Like Bryce Harper isn't saying shit. Like there's nothing. They're making freaking jokes about it on Twitter. Like Bryce Harper and like MLB The Show.
He's
were, like,
fucking with him. Yeah.
Like they're fucking around with it. So like, really the whole reason I want to talk about it is just because it's been like this big time thing that's going on. It's like I don't know. It's crazy that these really good players are like fuck. Dallas Keuchel probably gonna come back to Houston at this point. Like
Oh,
where is he?
I hope.
you know?
Yeah. I
know?
want him to go make his money, but I think Jake
Maybe.
Arrieta. Well, Jake he got a fucking bag last year.
Yeah, but he had to wait a long time too.
He waited. It was like right before the season started.
Yeah. It was like right before spring
Because he
training,
did
I'm pretty
extended. Yeah, he did extended spring training
sure. Yeah.
while they already started the season, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. But it's just it's honestly crazy, and I just want to bring it up just shortly because I mean we're practicing for our post football talk, so we're gonna have to talk about baseball.
Fuck yeah, let's get better at it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about like other shit like esports, porn maybe. I'm not really a big porn guy, but I think that could be a fun segment.
Down for porn conversations,
porn.
absolutely.
They have
Soccer. I mean that doesn't
no,
get any listens.
no.
Joey likes soccer.
Don't call
I like soccer.
we
I
can
actually
talk
have a talking soccer, but it's not worth it.
UFC. We're gonna have to get Carlos on here more to talk about UFC.
No hockey. I thought we were talking about. We're gonna be. Wait, actually, I just thought about it. Football's done. That means my actual New Year starts after next Sunday.
Yeah, you said New Year's.
I have to start getting into shape.
Yeah, you said you have to work out after football ends. That's actually New Year's.
I have no excuse. Like I gotta like actually get in shape.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
I know.
Yeah, y'all could also just become blowhards and make scenarios up and then talk about it for an hour.
It's like holy
Doesn't
shit.
matter.
Draft guys become draft guys.
Let's
If it
just
doesn't
start
happen,
finding
it doesn't
bums in
happen,
every
yeah.
league and just trashing the fuck out
Hockey,
of
dude.
them.
You want to pick up hockey? I'm down
Do
here
it.
because people hockey dudes they look like they have a lot of
Sidney
fun.
Crosby, Alex Ovechkin, and that's
There you
it.
go. Caps
Shit.
here. Caps here.
What the viewers want to see in here.
You guys
Well,
want to talk?
porn.
Listen about
I mean,
porn?
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, fuck
Let's
it.
hear some of the viewers, some feedback. Maybe.
Yeah, do we have
Can you put a
feedback?
poll out?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
feedback.
What's-
and what the hell?
what do you
what
wanna
y'all
listen
want
to?
to hear? Discussions in here, and especially when I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like we gotta get some quality content out there.
We can talk about sucking dick. Like
Whoa,
what if people,
like that.
Whoa.
Hey, did you see that?
Robot.
I
That
can
robot.
introduce you to a whole new world of gay
Wait, what?
memes.
Wait a second. What?
I can introduce you to a whole new world of gay memes, brother.
Oh no, he's not kidding. He's
Yeah,
not.
I
kidding, dude.
don't. There's not.
Well, we
enough-
don't judge, but
there's
like
that, this is a
specify.
time for a whole nother podcast. But it just revolves, and it was created in the Twitch world.
Is it gay if she or he is transsexual? Because I've seen that before. I didn't like watch it thoroughly, but like, is that gay?
Doesn't
We don't need to
have
go into it. We'll bring that up.
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
later
Different-
segment.
different-
If they pick porn, we'll talk about it.
Okay, let's get into.
But they
some
did have that
segments.
robot, and that thing. That honestly, I saw the video,
That terrifies me.
and it was terrifying.
I'll get at it from a robot.
If that thing
Sorry,
had
Mom.
teeth,
No,
yeah,
what if that
it's
thing
gone.
malfunctions or like it fucking blows
Yeah,
up or
that-
something?
Even better.
Super.
Sue him. You sue him, and now you're rich and you had a good time.
That's a lights off kind of machine.
That thing
You
is
know what
creepy.
I mean? Like
yeah.
you don't want to get too immersed in that,
No.
unless
did
you're
it
that
lights
guy.
off? Wait,
Unless
so
you're that
it's-
guy. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
right.
But and
Exactly.
it's like I mentioned to Garrett first. I just want to get this quick before I forget. I mentioned to Garrett, dude, like you pair VR porn with that, and you've got basically your
Wait, so it's a dick sucking robot.
yeah.
Okay, do they have like different mouth sizes? What if you have a skinny dick? Not that I know any. Like speaking for a friend, what if your dick is pretty thin and like not as thick as like normal dicks that you see in porn, but it's kind of thin? Do they have a size for that?
You
I'm
go.
sure the jaw adjusts.
A lot of the-
like, on
Adjustable jaw.
A lot of the
Alright, cool.
times,
I'm not me, but
these sex dolls, you go and like when you're going to spend this much money, they bring you in and they size you up. Like they size what
you can
to
get
your
every
preference.
dimension.
Yeah, it's
Custom
it's,
made.
I'm
it's
like,
literally custom made.
Spot the problem. I'm
Yeah.
fucking with this.
They
Yeah.
can be
And then you
Asian,
pair that
black,
with
Hispanic,
VR.
Yeah.
white,
pair
anything
that
you
with
want.
VR.
I'm racially
You got it,
ambiguous.
dude.
I'm cool with that. Anything.
I got a redhead with freckles.
There you go.
Wow.
Um,
Ginger.
I
honestly, I don't know any of this shit.
I sometimes fantasize about gingers because I want to fuck them out of existence. You know, because they're slowly on their way out, and I just want to just fuck them out of
I had no idea where that was gonna go.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Hey, look,
Should've got
everyone,
that.
we treat everyone the same.
Okay.
Max.
All
What's
right.
up?
No, we have 10 minutes max.
All right, real quick. Let's bump into segments.
That was a good thing to start the segments on right
so
there.
we got the hot seat, which was the
Marquese
New
Chriss?
Orleans. No, New Orleans as a city.
Oh, okay.
And we got a hot take in as Marquese Chris's burner
Burner.
account. He's the fan 00.
Bum.
So we got those out of the way. So now it's just my thoughts, boys. Since you haven't been here before, and if you listen, but this segment's called Baby's Thoughts. Basically, I have a couple thoughts, and if y'all know the answers, you fucking answer them. All right, first
Simple.
one. What happened to those flowers with the fluff that you used to be able to blow in the fields? What happened to them? I haven't seen one.
Dandelions?
The
Dana?
bees started dying off, and that's why we don't have them anymore.
They don't
But yes,
exist
that's a
anymore,
very
for real.
good. Yeah, they're not.
Okay,
around.
because I was like, wait, bro.
I can't. Say
I was
the last
walking.
time
I was
saw one.
I was at my niece's like fucking game, whatever, and I was
Oh,
like,
make a
how
wish.
come? Where's those things where you
Your
can pick them up
niece.
and
Your niece. Who's that?
Not my niece.
Your cousin?
Yeah, my little cousin.
Your little cousin,
Yeah,
yeah.
whatever.
Oh, not that cousin.
I get cousins
she look
confused.
like?
You
At
know
least I hope
that.
not.
No, yeah, no.
Different cousin.
He's gonna have a niece. Well, yeah, he's gonna have a niece soon. But I was
Niece
like,
with my cousin.
I was like, wait, that baby's
And his
not born
daughter.
yet. Yeah, and his
Oh,
daughter.
your Uncle Daddy.
Yeah.
So that's an actual thing though. I thought I was like, the last time I saw those things where you could pick it up from the ground and
You make a wish.
make a
you blow on
wish.
it, yeah.
It's been like 8 years since I've seen one of them
This
bitches.
man is woke, yo. That's a good
You
fucking
don't-
observation.
You don't know the
You know-
things that he thinks of.
Yeah, that's a good
What
observation.
doesn't
And
make it
this
to the
man,
show?
this man is
Yeah.
the right person to answer. I'm not even lying.
Because
Fuck yeah.
he said that answer. It's like he's been thinking about it already. He was
I'm
like, I
filled
know
with-
it.
I'm filled with worthless
Thank you.
knowledge.
I need that because every
I'm
time I ask,
absolutely filled with worthless
every time
knowledge.
I ask a question to them two,
There's
it's
huh?
either really easy and they're like, this is how it happens. I'm like, oh, okay, well, nice. Or they're like, oh fuck, I don't know. Like, how, do Siamese twins both jerk off? They use both hands. How does that shit work? If they're a girl, not jerk off. The other
Yeah.
girls do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Second. So answer is
The bees stopped pollinating them and they died off.
so they're dandelions.
The dandelion.
And
No,
that's
they're not
next
called
week.
dandelions.
Yeah, they're called
They're called
dandelions.
I don't. Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
no.
sure.
The dandelions are the
Sounds-
small, very
looks like-
small
yeah.
sunflower-looking yellow ones.
You
if
just
I'm
go-
not
Oh,
mistaken.
really? I
If
thought they
I'm
were
not
called
mistaken,
dandelions.
that's what dandelions are.
God, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, they're
Am I
not
right?
dandelions.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they're the
The
little.
little
probably-
sunflower
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about
looking
though.
ones,
When's
Yeah.
the last time you saw one?
I know it's a weed, isn't it?
I thought it
Oh,
was
it
a
is a
fucking
weed.
Yeah, it's a
dandelion.
weed.
Yeah.
I've been lied to my whole
dollar weed
life.
choked
It's
them
not
all out.
necessarily a flower.
Looks
What are they called?
Roundup finally worked.
Right there it is.
Yeah.
Oh my
You wanna
god.
try that?
Some scientific
Was it-
name.
What's it called? Read it out loud. Read it out loud.
it's
Don't
a-
get mad at Garrett.
Taraxacum
Put it in Google. Put it in Google and tell it to read out or make it read it out loud for you.
Taraxacum.
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 I'm on
Erythrosperum.
Google.
That's a scientific. It's a Latin name. What's the actual? What's the fucking?
It doesn't say, dude.
All right.
Oh, hey, it is a dandelion.
It is a dandelion.
It's the red
you're
seed
right.
dandelion.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
dandelion.
All right,
You're
I stand
right.
corrected.
So what
Nice.
happened to the dandelions?
The
Get out of
bees.
here.
The bees.
The
I would
bees
say
stop
they
fucking.
probably do still exist. They're probably just way
Yeah, no, they're
smaller.
Do bees
Rare.
fuck? Do bees fuck? And then they take the juice of their
No.
sexual
No.
intercourse and then they put it on a plant and then that's how that.
No. So when they land to collect the pollen, to collect nectar, the pollen gets on them, and they just basically go around just spreading this herpes
Their
everywhere,
seed,
and
their
that's how
seed.
they don't actually nut.
just-
There's a queen.
Bees nut. Bees
No,
nut.
they don't. Bees
2019.
nut.
Bees nut.
Queens just
They
produce
fuck.
all the workers.
Bees fuck.
Bees
no,
fuck.
no worker bee
They
is good
bee
enough to
fuck.
fuck a queen
They
bee.
bee
Alright.
fucking.
So next question. Next thought. This is the last stop for you.
I might have an answer. This
So-
guy will though.
So you remember like do you ever like watch like Ripley's Believe It or Not or like Guinness? Do you read
Yeah.
Guinness? Okay.
Used to.
So you remember how you see like the weird records,
Same
not
answer.
the cool ones where it's
The
like
guy
this guy did 500 front flips in 30 minutes, right? But like the weird ones that make no sense, like the dude with the longest nails in the world that never cut his fucking nails. That's not a skill or a talent. You're just dirty. You never cut your fucking nails.
That
What does that guy do now? Like he can't go to work and type, get on Excel. And be
He's
a little
working
bitch like the
hard
rest of
to
us.
get that
first
shit
off,
back.
I just want to start by like these records are literally just being made up because other records can't be broken.
Right.
And obviously that's probably his fucking hobby, his little niche, his little like a hoarder loves hoarding. He wanted to see how long he grows his fucking nails.
Right.
So, but what does he do now? How the hell does he?
He's
manage?
How does he go to
Okay,
work?
How
with
does
his
he
long
manage and
nails?
go life to life?
All right, so he doesn't actually have a day job. So what people like that do is they like run the
They're social media
Maury
influencers.
circuit, and they just sit there and just collect cash for just running
That sounds
around.
like a
and
dope
just-
gig.
It is.
They go to Firefest. They're
I don't-
influencers. They post it.
So it was crazy that there was a woman that would come into the restaurant I used to work at
Nice.
all the time,
Chicks.
and she had like nails that were like wrapping around like that once they get really long.
You didn't serve
And
her.
what?
You didn't serve her.
No, it wasn't a serve. It wasn't a serve type place. It was like she came and ordered her shit, and I never asked her about it. I just took her card or took her cash, and I was skeptical. I was kind of looking at them, and one time a person I was working with straight up asked her, "How do you wipe your ass with those things?" And she was like, "Oh, I wipe the toilet paper around my nails and wipe my ass."
You
she
were
goes
there when they
digging.
asked her?
Wow.
How do you wipe your ass with
I mean,
nails like
it's-
that?
That's
Innovative.
Yeah. But that's also a good question. I would have never thought. I'm not thinking about how
Chicks
she
don't
wiped it.
shit though, so
That's
it's
adaptation.
fine. It's not even a question
She
you asked.
adapted.
She adapted. She was like, "Man, these things are getting long.
That's
How about
humanity right
how
there.
about-
Improvise,
how about I
adapt,
wrap the
survive.
toilet paper around my fingernails
It's gotta
and
be a
then,
thick roll though of that shit.
dude? But
though.
imagine how strong her nails have to be able to get
Actually
that
get
stuff
some
out
good
there.
friction,
Yeah, get
you
some
know.
good friction to
Good
get it
You
off.
just shower every time after you
Maybe
poop.
she has a bidet. Maybe she doesn't even.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
At home, she has the bidet,
Yeah.
and then on the road, she's just shit out of luck. Almost
She just gets her
Literally.
ass ate.
Literally.
Literally.
She doesn't wipe her ass. She just gets her ass ate, and then that she calls it a day. So
Oh, come on,
Jesus
man.
Christ, Joe.
what? It's 2019. Everyone can do what they want.
Well,
Right.
not shitty asses. We eating ass, but we ain't eating
great-
shitty asses.
I know.
Be responsible.
I know the episode, or we're gonna have to end it pretty soon. But the weirdest one I saw on that was a dude that broke a record for, or maybe a chick. He had the most. He hung from the most like hooks that were like put into his body,
Fuck yeah.
and they hung him up in the air.
Damn, dude. You can
I would
get-
pay for that at
You
my
can get a
office, actually.
certificate, but you still don't get your father's
Seen that
love.
shit.
That
No.
sucks, dude.
No.
Seen that shit.
You can hang from as many
Easy
hooks as you
storage.
want. It's not gonna get a hug, dude.
Nope. It's like,
That
hey,
sucks.
good job, bud.
All right.
Good job.
All right.
That-
That is our episode.
That was an episode for the ages.
There you
That
go.
was, and I
Fuck yeah.
I tweeted before. I was like, "This is gonna be a really good episode."
That
and
is-
it
That's some
definitely.
great.
I
Thanks
had
for
a lot
having
of
us
fun.
on,
Hey,
man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
boys,
having
yeah.
us on.
No,
man.
dude.
Hey, Keith and
It's my
Richard.
pleasure.
Very much. I appreciate
Keith and
you on.
Richard.
Dude, it was
Keith
fun.
Richard. Keith Richards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Richards, the porn star.
Super Patriots fan Keith, and not Patriots fan Richard.
Good
We
luck to the
appreciate you.
Patriots.
Go Pats.
Hey, we had a lot of fun. Go Pats.
I'm not rooting for any team, but I bet if I had to bet, it'd be on Patriots. I'm just hoping I win a square. So
No matter what.
the Patriots helped me win a square whenever they picked off that ball against the Seahawks at the 1 yard line. I
Okay.
won a square off that pick.
Oh, you must have been jumping out of your
Well, that's
seat.
white privilege
Oh,
if
yeah.
I've ever seen it.
Yep.
No, but no matter who you bet on, no matter who you root for, watch that game. Take advantage of the last weekend of football. You can find us at Southside Collection Sports on Twitter.
At
We are-
it's
at
at
SSCS
SSCS.
Pod.
Yep.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. We are on Spotify now. If you're on SoundCloud, and if you're not on Spotify or Apple Music, but you're on SoundCloud, it's kind of a weird move, but whatever. We're on SoundCloud. You can find producer Gareth at Southside Collections or
No S.
Southside
Southside
Collection.
Collection.
SouthsideCollection.com, YouTube. You
Yeah.
can find all our
Get us on
podcasts and
YouTube.
episodes. Southside Collection for all the merch. You can go to Texas Beer Garden in Missouri City for Skyline hats. You can go to our website for Skyline hats
Fuck
and
yeah.
all other merch. And
Yeah.
Look at these dope at.
Let me put it on. Put
there
it
we
on.
go.
Yeah,
And without
rock.
any
Hey, boys,
ado,
you want to shout out your
We're
Twitter
good?
accounts?
Yeah, we're good.
Shit,
Yeah, I'm at Fuck Off Harvey.
Fuck off, Harvey.
Very Houston.
Yeah, just Keith's loaded.
Keith
There you
Slogan.
go.
With an
All right,
S
thank you,
loaded.
boys. Hey, good time.
It was amazing to
Cheers.
see you. Holy shit, Joe! When you went on that fucking tangent about